Meowdy. Are you guys having a battle royale in the hi-fi? Is that a thing? Hello? I'm like eyebrow raised, like looking at chat right now. No? But then what are all those swords and kniffys and water guns and actual guns? I don't know. Monthly fight to the death. Oh, okay. It's a normal thing. Got it. I shouldn't have assumed. To get me? What did I do this time? We're not eating the Melazines. What if I offer chocolate milk? And by offer, I mean I'm gonna have chocolate milk. Well, if you don't, I mean, if you're gonna have Melazines, then I guess you don't want the chocolate milk, you know? Hey! Oh, you can't drink chocolate. I'm sorry. That's a weird tea. Listen! Sometimes you decide to have chocolate milk. You want meat, not chocolate milk. I don't know. I think that sweets is better than meat a lot of the time. At least in terms of flavor. Chocolate, meat, okay, never mind. I take everything I said back. Speaking into this bottle has a weird echo. Okay. So, yeah, last time things were bad. Hopefully things won't get worse. It'll be fine, right? Right. By the way, I haven't mushroom milk. No, illegal. Yeah, what was it? I've been trying to dodge spoilers so freaking hard because like my YouTube keeps recommending me like cutscenes from the game, and I'm just like, no, go away. Yeah, it's always the thumbnails too because they're not hidden. So like I have like very mild thing. Luckily, I don't have the context for it, so hopefully it's. Yeah, I don't think I can piece together anything from it. Finally. Oh no! What do you mean finally? What's happening now?
Is something wrong?
Nervalette turned into a Melazine, and I don't know.
Monsieur Nervalette and Lady Furina, they.
Oh no!
Please go see for yourself.
Oh, good, they're fighting.
Like I said, I've already explained everything.
And yet the problem has not been properly solved. There is little space for excuses between us. It is not my intention to offend you, but please tell me where you stand. You are the Hydro Archon Focalor, are you not?
X? I think you mean Twitter. For the most part, there haven't been any. It's usually just been the YouTube thumbnails. Yeah, no, literally, I haven't had chocolate milk in like so long until like a couple days ago. And now it's just like, yeah, chocolate milk is pretty good.
Look at this. This is a list of the victims from the recent Poisson incident.
Poisson.
You mean they're all.
We did not arrive in time to avert this disaster, and I will not have it happen again.
Yeah, never realized that he was going to talk to her, and I think it means scolding.
I will say this once more. You must tell me everything you know. Yesterday, I found 3 stone slates in some ancient ruins near Poisson. Do you know anything about those?
Seriously? You're questioning me like this is a court case now. I don't know anything about that.
I keep forgetting that Poisson means fish. Also, oh, powdered chocolate milk? I just bought chocolate milk, bottle? I don't know. When I think powdered chocolate milk, I think of like hot chocolate, more like. Cream Oland dairy. So like the stuff that you get in like school. I just picked it up.
But you found them in some ancient ruins, you say?
That's correct, which is why I came to ask you some questions. There
Oh,
should have been 4
hello,
slopes,
split
but
screen.
one of them was missing. The other 3 featured different images that seemed to correlate to the prophecy.
The prophecy?
The second of these slates depicts the previous Hydro Archon Egeria kneeling before a floating island in the sky, as if confessing something. Do you know nothing of this either?
I don't. I've never seen such slates.
But do you know of the events that are being depicted in the slates?
I'll ask you again. Do you really have
Phew.
no information regarding the previous Archon? My deciphering of the slates indicates that the Hydro Archon Egeria once had to confess to or apologize for a certain sin. If anyone would know about it, it should be you.
All gods don't have the same secrets, you know. She was herself and I'm me. Is it really so strange that I know nothing? I understand your concerns, but I'm sorry. I just don't have anything to tell you.
Are we just like listening in, like just ear pressed against the door right now? Oof.
Forgive me for saying this now, Lady Furina, but I have long known of your various secret investigations into certain matters.
Alright, take care. Oh boy,
There
things
are
are getting
several
spicy.
indications that you have been investigating the prophecy on the sly. This is not strange in itself, considering that you are the Hydro Archon. But it is strange that you should also claim to not know any of Egeria's secrets, as well as do nothing following your inquiries.
Congrats on your pills.
You have never been as superficial as you have presented yourself to be, nor are you a fool.
Ooh.
And yet, your behavior is very inconsistent.
So you've been watching me all this time, have you? I didn't think you were that type.
Oh, this is...
You...
Oh, the music cut out. The music cut out.
Well, since you know about my secret investigations, then you should know I'm actually working to take care of it. There's no point questioning or suspecting me. You're the Eudix, but you're still my subordinate. You should be following my lead.
Aren't the Archons not as strong as the dragons? Like, in canon? She knows, right?
Just trust in me, your Archon, and do as I say. Never mind whether you can truly convince yourself to or not. It'll all turn out fine.
People are dead.
That's all I
Or-
have to say.
Water.
We do not discuss this matter again. Oh, the opera's about to start. Toodles!
That's really callous. I don't think... Yeah, she's probably hiding, like, her actual feelings under a lot of bluster.
Notice us standing by the door? Wonder what's up with her. She was smiling. She didn't seem in the mood to care if we were listening in or not.
Well, yeah, she seems troubled.
I assume you've been outside for a while now?
You guys aren't quiet.
Oh, you noticed. Seems Furina didn't even realize we were here.
She was in a great panic, though I cannot discern the reason. Our discussion reached impasses time and again, a state of affairs that we cannot allow to continue. Still, I do not understand. Dialogue is the basis for understanding, so why did she keep refusing to engage?
She doesn't really know how to handle it? I don't know. Ara. Oh, we need to make her understand how dire this is. I think she kind of knows, and that's why she's freaking out and, like, running off. Like, I don't know, 60% shot, she's not actually going to the opera. She's trying to figure something else out. But, like, she's trying to handle it on her own, and that won't be fast enough to really do anything, I think. Maybe it would work if she had enough time, but time is of the essence now. Hello.
Everyone in her inner circle has noticed that she is hiding some secret. The issue is her attitude. I fear that she will not reveal anything unless absolutely forced to.
Huh? I already did the redeem. I did the disappointed and, concerned. Arara. So...
We may have to create a situation in which she will have no choice but to speak.
This doesn't feel like a great decision either. Hello, I am on edge. I am waiting for the other metaphorical shoe to drop. Or the literal one. I don't know. Maybe we'll lose our shoes.
Oh? Like what?
Oh, don't make this public. Don't make this
Normally,
public.
people will only reveal the truth when standing trial. Perhaps
No.
we must have the Hydro Archon experience just such a scenario.
This is a bad idea. That is going to just break whatever trust you have with her. Oh my god.
But Furina's seen so many trials, and she's really good at dodging questions. How do we make sure that she won't just slip away at the first chance she gets?
Oh boy.
We will need to consider this thoroughly, join forces with various parties, and then do what we can.
Like, at best, you're going to get that information from her and then, like, she's gonna, like, lose all of her trust in you. At worst, you're going to turn the people entirely against her and, like, that's not gonna be, like, easily repairable. This is not good. This is very, very bad. Like, cornering someone is one thing. Cornering someone in a public trial is a... Oh boy. Nevertheless, don't go through with this.
Possible, I would prefer to recuse myself
Don't.
from this affair, but we must prevent the prophecy from coming to pass.
Like,
This may be cruel to her, but all Fontaine is in crisis.
this is gonna be cruel to
The information
everyone.
that God possesses is too precious, and so we must take a chance on this.
No, this is a bad idea. This is not a...
But who will
Traveler!
need to do such a thing?
Like, yeah, exactly. Like, once the trial is, like, concluded, you can't just go up to the audience and be like, oh, by the way, this is all actually nothing. It's fine. We got the information we needed. No consequences. Oh, no. We're calling the Ghostbusters.
Well, that's everyone, huh? Speaking of which, it was pretty smart of you to think of hiding here.
Poisson was just involved in a disaster, so it's presently devoid of people. That naturally makes it the best choice.
Hey, what's up? We're about to... Please talk us out of this.
And here you are drinking tea like it's the most natural thing in the world, huh?
That's what families should do. Sit and enjoy a leisurely time together.
It's nice to enjoy tea here, you know? Care for a cup?
God, that teapot is so big.
Lend me your ears, everyone. Or perhaps one of you might like to start us off. How about you, friend?
Me? No, I don't think I can.
How did you manage to zero in on the most introverted one of everyone here?
Then, how about you, good sir?
I fear that I will cause the mood on this boat to become as somber as it is in court.
By saying that you've already done it. Oh no.
Well then, I guess we're lucky we've got a local like me to organize things. Wonderful, the spotlight at last. I guess I'll be facilitating things from here.
Please talk us out of it. Please talk us out of this, Clarant. One of you has to have the brain cell.
Oh, you might be right. Anyway, to cut to the chase, our friend here, the Traveler, has brought us together to discuss something.
Oh, we haven't told them yet. Okay, okay.
As for what that is, well, let's start by saying that we'll be pooling our efforts together.
Oh, dang it,
to
we did.
create a series
No.
of traps.
Oh, how intriguing.
No.
Well, it's just an expression, really. One that I just learned from Chlorand and used on the spot. So, let's invite her to explain in detail. A round of applause, please.
Yeah, they are desperate, and I do understand that, and, like, time is of the essence, but this is probably one of the worst ways to do this.
Huh? Didn't you say that you would be facilitating this?
Oh, come now. Your work doesn't involve much public speaking, right? This is a good chance to practice. You might even pick up some fancy oratory tricks to impress your boss with in the future.
They are about to pull a heist, though. Maybe it's because they really want to do a heist.
I see. And what does my boss say?
He is glad that you consider him your boss. Do go on.
This is an insurrection.
In that case, Do any of you have experience hunting?
Not that I recall.
Fremine and I once used a wooden stick in a basket to catch wild rabbits when we were younger. As for Lynette, oh, right. You were sick that day, weren't you?
I've also gone diving to catch some fish before. Does that count?
I'm a cat. Does that
I'm
count?
afraid not. You may or may not have heard.
Oh, no, it
but
doesn't.
Fontaine once played host to a group known as the Marechaussee Hunters.
Isn't that the artifact set?
Though that was their name, they did not hunt animals, but rather various monsters
Oh.
left behind by the ancient dynasty of King Remus. Today, Fontaine's monster population has already thinned greatly, so the hunters have blended back into society, taking up arms in other lines of work. They even left a unique methodology of hunting in their wake. A trap comprises of the following components: bait, a trigger, and a containment device. Sometimes a lethal implement will also be necessary to deal with the prey. So, if we were to build a trap together, right now, what would you choose to build it with?
For me, I would prefer something basket-shaped. Pigeons and rabbits will see the bait and naturally enter the snare.
It fully depends on what we're trying to hunt. In this case, it's Furina.
Our line of work requires a deft hand, and we're some of the best in the industry, so you can count on our techniques.
You used some of those techniques while moving the people of Poisson, didn't you? My subordinates mentioned that you even performed some magic for the bawling children.
Yes.
Well, there's plenty of
I
references in
managed
these
to
quests,
gather
so
some
who knows?
Intelligence in the meantime. I'm quite the multitasker, if I do say so myself.
An animatronic bear. Sus.
I'm afraid I can't claim that as my strong suit. I prefer more stable methods, like placing bait in the water and waiting for the fish to come within reach. That's the kind of method I would count on.
Calm and steady. Exactly the kind of person who would catch loads of fish.
And I can be their assistant.
Fair enough.
With discretion, I'm sure.
I'd probably use some sort of mechanical animal. Papa once bought me some small clockwork squirrels, mice, and such. When placed in the forest, they can attract others of their kind. I remember that you liked those too, didn't you?
I did. And that would be a good way to go about it. If they're realistic enough, animals of the same kind will follow them all the way to the trap.
What about you, Monsieur Neuvillette?
I fear I do not have any related experience.
Now, you can bluff on this resume.
That makes sense. You usually solve problems directly, without the use of any such tricks. But I do have one more question for you, monsieur. If we were to create a trap now, how would you design it?
I would like for it to be effective, but bring no harm to the prey. A more gentle trap would be ideal.
Catch and release, got it.
Kind as always. However, our intention doesn't necessarily change the containment device and the type of implement we need. If we wanted to kill the prey in one strike, we would need a powerful implement. However, that also goes for prey that must be captured and safely contained.
Wait, why is that?
Only a hunter who's a true expert at subduing their prey can snare it without harming it. The line that divides life and death is often exceedingly thin.
Alright, guys, we're playing Monster Hunter. Grab the paintball, grab the what was it? Oh no, I'm forgetting things. The thing that makes him sleepy.
So
Shock drop, I don't know.
Are we going hunting together?
Huh. We hadn't thought of seeing ourselves as hunters. It kinda works.
Tranquilizer,
but
there it is.
maybe it's still
That's a real thing. How did I forget that?
If our means of capturing and dealing with our prey is to put them on trial,
This is
then
really
the
not a...
hunting metaphor is actually quite accurate.
Ah!
But we shall require much more courage than any hunter to judge a god, a being whose seat is an exalted throne.
Like, it'd be... We could have a smaller intervention, right? We could, like, talk to her in the room or something, in a room separate from everyone else or something like that. I don't know. Entrapment into a trial would probably make the trial invalid, but Fontaine's laws are kind of funky.
Oh,
They can't have flying
so
things
that's
in
what's going
certain
on.
days of the month, so...
Sounds very interesting.
Clarence, hunting metaphor was just that, metaphor. We're not gonna call it a hunt because we don't want to kill her. Probably. We're not calling Diluc. We don't want to hurt her. We need the secrets that she's keeping. But revealing it to the public is probably not... Oh no. Fontaine's court is not interested in silly things like law and proper procedure. Exactly. We just gotta leave it to the oratrice mécanique d'analyse cardinale. Alright. Well, let's see how this,
It's been a tough few
explodes.
days, hasn't it? So much has been happening.
Oh boy, I'm so hungry.
Paimon didn't think that
Really?
this would go on for so long, but everyone seemed pretty fired up, huh? Paimon thought they'd be at least a little frightened. Well, Framine was, now that Paimon thinks about it, but everyone else just looked a little surprised. Well, it's hard to say. Paimon doesn't have any experience with this sort of thing. But with you around, Paimon sure will do great. After all, you're
Yeah,
the most
sure.
valuable person in the world, aren't you? Did you just pour some tea? I didn't notice you doing that at all.
Whomst?
Then what's that?
Okay, maybe we really do need the Ghostbusters. I was kidding.
Paimon's never seen that cup before.
Whomst?
Don't be frightened. I'm just joining you two for tea. I merely refrained from saying anything till now.
Hi?
Who's that voice? But there's no one here.
Hi, more like
Have you
hydrate.
forgotten me already?
Yes? I didn't realize that Pokemon were in this game.
Wait, you are familiar. You're the voice we heard from the sky in Sumeru.
Oh, it's been a while. Which voice?
The voice from the sky, I fear that description is wrong. Though
After
not
Scaramouche.
completely wrong.
Oh, I genuinely forgot about this person.
You're feeling lost now, just as you were feeling previously. I sensed that confusion and thus came to you. Guiding people is an irresistible hobby of mine, after all.
Hi?
Consider me a
No, that's not an
passerby,
answer.
Just accepting a commission from my friend's disciple
Oh!
on a whim.
Friend's disciple. Okay. Okay. Allow me to ask, will Fontaine's prophecy come true?
Prophecy. Yes, what has been
N.
prophesized will be fulfilled. You may view such things as the history of the future.
What? Then is there any way we can stop it?
Just gonna say flat out, no.
I believe you have witnessed a failed attempt with your own eyes. Can everything in Tevat so easily be changed?
And the threads of fate will be yours to reweave. I'm thinking of the storyline trailer again.
So you've caught on. Just as prophecies are usually only the future as seen from the perspectives of the gods. Could things be happening in hidden corners where the god's gaze does not fall?
Stop quoting the storyline trailer!
Are the things that you shall see different from the fate that the gods perceive?
What is she talking about? It all sounds really impressive and important and stuff, but it also sounds kind of scary.
Are we only we're connected through tea. Once the tea is done, then she's gone. You have to keep brewing more to summon her back. Okay.
I believe that you understand, right? Some things are insignificant, but others you must reach out to change. Ultimately, fate shall serve as your only guide, no matter what will happen in Tevat's future. All you need to do is to play your part.
I don't like that either.
This was good tea, by the way. Thank you for your hospitality. Well, that'll be all for today.
The voice. It's gone.
But the teacup is still there. Trying to change the future is pointless. But yeah, no, recontextualizing it is not, though.
What? I want to hear someone talking. Alright, coming.
Like, as an example, like, yes, maybe Fontaine floods, but like, maybe Furina's alone because we've evacuated everyone to the different countries or something. And like, that would still have the prophecy be fulfilled, technically. But like, something like that, hopefully, is what happens. Risley losing a teacup. Good thing I have 10 more backups. More like back cups.
Hey, it's you who's getting lazy, okay?
Well, I see I've walked in on some lively banter.
Mona, your teacher's friend is very ominous. Hey.
Fine, just fine. I went to take part in that Steambird panel. It turned out to be more interesting than I expected. Not all Fontainians are pessimistic about this. One journalist mentioned that sitting around and waiting for the end to come would be wrong, and that they should make their own rescue preparations.
Oh,
I
that's good.
agreed, So we had a brief chat with her.
Hey.
Did she have pink hair by any chance?
Why, yes.
Oh, Charlotte.
Charlotte. You remember her, right? That daredevil journalist.
I'm glad that Charlotte's trying to keep people safe. Asta is a character from Honkai Star Rail.
I'm in full support of her view. Prophecies are very
What
important.
the rest of Mona?
How can people allow their lives to be commandeered by just a few words?
That's right! Paimon's glad to hear something sensible for once.
Ah, yes. About what we had discussed before. I did try, but I'm afraid I couldn't reach the old hag. I'll try again tonight, but I wouldn't get your hopes up.
Yeah, your teacher's friend is creepy.
Goodness gracious. Are you serious?
She said that even the god's gaze has blind spots. Pretty bold if you ask Paimon. Most people would believe the gods to be all-knowing, right?
We've met the gods, though. Like, I think it's pretty clear that they're not.
The Hexen Circle members are certainly anything but ordinary. As for the mage named N, the old hag has mentioned her a few times.
Dane said it first.
She said that N's sense of direction is incredible, and that she loves guiding those who are lost. But I've never met her, and if she were still alive, she'd be... well, suffice it to say that the hag's at least a few hundred now, and N's been around for longer than that.
What did I deserve to be bugged for this time? Mona's talking, not me!
Whoa. The Hexen Circle sounds like a scary group. But they must really stay in shape to live so long.
I feel like it's more than that.
Their abilities alone are pretty terrifying. If she came to see you personally, then the problem you're facing must truly be of great importance.
Well, it's not like Paimon could understand anything she said.
Yes, she was quite cryptic, but I suspect she means that there is still a way to turn things around. She didn't say when or what that would be, though, so
She's pretty bad at guiding people, huh?
perhaps it is something that you cannot know right now.
If I diss her enough, maybe she'll come and correct me. Words were meant to be helpful, but, they're not. Hello! Is that the best answer that my question could have gotten? Probably not.
Traveler, Paimon, are you two all right?
Well, as can be.
Oh, we're fine. We're just a little down right now. It kind of feels like the end is coming, you know?
I see. I feel that same sense of desperation, too. I guess you could consider me someone who has often witnessed fate. So far as I have seen, it cannot be swayed.
Oh, I'm sorry, I don't do account reviews because, like, I don't really play the game meta-wise. I wouldn't be able to say anything other than, that character is cool. So, sorry.
But even so, I still hope for and believe in miracles. Astrology is eternal and rational, but fate may not be. It is cruel, but it can also be beautiful.
Hope the end is coming. We only have 2 hours. Oh no.
Perhaps that's what is trying to tell you. Not to lose heart, and to believe that what you are seeing playing out before you is not yet set in stone.
No, Anne was saying that it's set in stone, but, not necessarily in the way that we expect.
I did originally think of steering clear of all this, but I couldn't. Even if this is all futile, I still wish to help everyone. If we don't struggle to the last, then how can we face the end when it comes?
Huh. You do have a point.
We'd have to face it with a heavy heart.
There I go, talking about astrological principles again. Sorry about that. The moment I start talking about work-related stuff. I need to get going.
Alright.
It was worth trying to comfort you, even if only a little. I believe that you'll help those who are struggling in the same way I did.
Wait, why am I facing the Orchis? What did I do?
I suppose that might be why we always seem to meet by coincidence.
Paimon feels kind of moved by what Mona said, but also kind of sad too.
Oh, the perspective puzzle with the square and the circle. It's because of the, at least the one that I'm thinking of, it's partially because of the, like, the way that it's, like, reflected in the mirror as, like, a circle. Or something like that. And on the other side it looks like a square. Cause, like, it's like a, what is it? It's the way that the shapes are printed so that, like, one part of it is, like, higher than the others or something. It's really neat. Oh, Samyari.
Hey, traveler. Paimon suddenly feels like going outside for a walk. Let's go.
Mona shows up in the main story, though, right? I thought she did.
Let's walk around the city, shall we? There's a few spots we always like to walk by.
Is that up? Oh, I think that is up. Okay. Let's see. Here? That might be the closest. Yeah, it's the same object. It's really, really wild and, like, it really does trip your brain up. Let's see. So, over here. Oh.
Huh?
Huh?
Written in this newspaper. What's going on? Let Paimon see. The underwater stronghold, the Fortress of Meripede, has continued in its noble autonomy. But that does not mean that others cannot interact.
Oh, is this Charlotte's article that she was talking about?
My recent attempts to enter the fortress bore little fruit. Huh. Guess Charlotte still hasn't given up on that. Thus, did an Outlander friend become the focus of this report? A blonde adventurer with their white fairy, legends trailing in their wake. It is said that this mysterious traveler once visited the underwater fortress. So while the fortress's interior remains a mystery behind closed doors, do not fear, for the tales of the traveler contain surprises in spades. Journalist Charlotte's biggest scoop yet, the Traveler's Trail, World Walker.
I don't blame her. She did ask us to secure an interview for her for, you know, lots of food, which we didn't do. So she's kind of out of options.
Huh. Charlotte took so many awesome photos of us and we never even noticed her. She hasn't been able to get a hold of anything at the fortress, so since we're easier to find, she's using us as the subject matter instead?
I don't blame her. She did use up, like, all of her money for us. And by that I mean for you, to eat food. Like, I'm pretty sure that she, like, definitely used way more money than she expected to, so it might be several months worth of savings or something. Oh, there we go.
Seriously? Well, fine. Those headlines and photos do look cool, so Paimon will forgive her this time.
I don't think there's anything to forgive. We we kind of owe her. I mean, even if the Steambird is paying for her, even if that is the case, she would still kind of be on thin ice for not actually getting the story that she was supposed to get.
We're here!
Who's gonna tell her? No one.
Hungry.
Hello!
Should we go in and get something to eat?
Man, I'm so glad that we're just going and having some cake and nothing bad is ever going to happen. Yup. Just a casual walk into an empty cafe.
Quick! Look! That's edition, only 16 slices a day cake!
Everyone's leaving. Probably.
Delicious the last time we tried it. Despite the tense situation we were in, let's give it another go. Paimon's sure it'll be great.
Oh, man.
One slice of cake, please.
Is that the last slice?
Showed up after all. Oh, wait, you're the one from the Palais Mermonia.
Oh, are you here to buy cake too? It seems Monsieur Nervalette was right. You really can eat.
Wait, did he really say something like that?
That's right. Even he has his own preferences when it comes to food. As for me, I love the cake and coffee here.
Nervalette only subsists off water.
Do you come here often?
Usually every day.
Every day?
It's part of my daily schedule, apart from work. I shall have my cake and coffee.
Then what if someone told you one day that this place would be closing soon and you wouldn't get to
Why are you bringing this up?
What would you think?
But why would it close?
Well, Paimon doesn't know either, but maybe the waters will rise tomorrow. You know, like in the prophecy.
Oh my gosh. Whoa, Karina really pulled that off.
Oh, the prophecy. To be honest, I haven't paid much attention
Huh.
to that. No, still, even if there'd be no more cake tomorrow, that wouldn't keep me from having some today. No, it's the same for eating in general. You might not be able to eat tomorrow, but if you can do so today, then you should carry on. That's what people call living, you know.
Melusines probably aren't affected, yeah, because they wouldn't melt in the water. Although the primordial sea just seems like it's dangerous in general.
Don't be sad. Excuse me, could I have 2 more slices of cake to go?
Could I have all 16 slices of the cake, please?
These 2 slices are for
Aww.
you. Sijuin said that this kind of expression you're making is what humans call being sad.
Oh, you know Sijuin?
I sure do. She was born before me, and she sometimes comes to the surface to teach us things about humans. She said that humans are creatures that are saddened easily, yes, and you can only lift their spirits by feeding them delicious
I
food.
guess it's
So
kinda.
Please try the cakes here. I've got something else to do, so I'll be going now. You two try to stay in a good mood after eating, all right? Bye.
I do like the,
And there she goes.
lack of understanding of how humans work sort of a thing. I don't know.
All right, let's dig in. Paimon's sure this cake will be delicious.
Ah, we have snarfed down the cake.
Delicious than last time. And the flavor gets even better with a sip of tea. It sure would be nice if we could come again tomorrow.
Hopefully the world is still here tomorrow.
Sure would be nice if we could always eat delicious food here.
Oh, Paimon's going through an existential crisis. Oh no. Does cake taste better if you think it's your last time? I think it tastes more bittersweet.
Secret office. Let's go look for Charlotte and have a chat.
Oh, this really feels like the end. Huh. Where is... Wait, where is? Why is it not popping up? I'm like... No! No! What do you mean? Why? Are you kidding me? I didn't even take many quests for this exact reason. Oh man, yep, there's a newspaper that we have more things to be concerned about than this, really. Yada yada yada. I'm just gonna skip through this. Free me. One of these. I'm doing the bongo thing on my spacebar. Let me out. Let me out. Let me out! I'm literally doing the bongo meme. Oh. Saddle. Please, you can take care of this too yourself. It's fine. You go, Curve. I don't know. No, we're not. Let me go. Great. I don't need to finish it, right? Ah, okay. I do. I have to finish it. Okay. Hi. Truly. It's so wild. Wow. And I'm never talking to you ever again. Or maybe I do have to, and that's why it was all held up. Please, let me go. Ma'am. Oh, what's this? Wait, no, I got it. No, wait. I just saw a shiny and I just reacted on instinct. Wait, no, I actually don't care. No. Okay. I'm free. Charlotte, save me.
If it isn't the Traveler and Paimon! Oh, have you seen the article I wrote about?
Oh, and it's suddenly not. Now this shiny is just there on the stairs. Yeah, I did. Sorry we didn't get you that. Paimon! Charlotte literally spent like 3 months' salary on our food.
Oh, you needn't worry about that. I heard that you were in Poisson some time back, so I sent you a letter to discuss just that. It appears you didn't receive it, though.
I'm just banging on the door of the Steambird like, no! I need to talk to Charlotte!
It's alright, though. I've set aside the amount intended for you.
Aww.
Sit at the table with some food.
You're too nice. We literally owe you so much.
Oh, you're the best! You're almost a little too easy to win over, Paimon. If I were a journalist with ulterior motives, you'd be in trouble now, you know.
Oh, Paimon knows you're not like that.
Still, what brings you here all of a sudden? Were you looking for me?
So how are you preparing for the end of the world?
When Mona mentioned you, we thought of coming to see you at work.
I see. It seems you've already bumped into Mona here in Fontaine. So she mentioned me? What did she say?
She said that you're a real daredevil of a journalist.
Nice. In which case, can this daredevil journalist dare to request an exclusive interview with the legendary Traveler Paimon?
The world is ending! Let me in! But we need you to take care of this investigation of, like, stolen cheese. What?
Huh? So your article in the paper today doesn't count?
Oh, of course it doesn't. That was more like live photography. What I'd like to do is dive deeper and ask you to talk about the things you've seen and experienced.
Yeah. Are we even qualified enough?
Oh, it was a missing person case. Oh. Well, we're gonna be dealing with a lot more missing people if we fail this Archon quest, you know?
Why not? If I say you're worth an interview, then you're worth it.
Aww.
Now, of course, I'll need a few days to prepare.
Do we even have a few days?
Oh. In that case, we'll just chat when you have the time then?
Oh, so that's a yes? Ooh, splendid! I'll tell the editor-in-chief immediately. I'll have to apply for lighting, a venue, some props, and... Whew,
I like
so much to
Charlotte.
get done now. Talk to you later.
Wait, Charlotte. Paimon's still got a question for you.
And what's that?
We got a nation to save, and you are first on the docket of not melting. Get out!
If, just for example,
Oh no.
Fontaine were to be flooded tomorrow, what would you do today?
This makes it sound like we're going to flood Fontaine.
Huh. That's the prophecy you're talking about, isn't it? I mean, I do hear about it often, but I've never once thought that the day could be tomorrow. If you're seriously asking, then I might try and think of a way to leave Fontaine. Oh, but I'm still a journalist first and foremost. That means I have a duty to be reporting from the scene. And secondly, I wouldn't forsake my homeland that easily.
Listen, I know the meme is that the cameraman never dies, but like, don't stress test that.
From what I've seen, most
most people don't know what they'd do should the worst come to pass. In truth, it might be better just to behave like normal rather than worry over such an end. So in all likelihood, I'd probably still be prepping at the office for that interview of ours. I know what you're thinking. That sounds a bit sad, but I've always believed that it's best to do what you enjoy. Just think about it. If this nation really were to be suddenly destroyed tomorrow, but I still successfully finish an exclusive interview with a truly unique person, then the story I would wind up writing would truly be timeless.
I'll, make it waterproof, I guess.
And then do you know what I'd do? Well, I'd write that story, send it for printing, and use messenger pigeons to get copies out to the various nations as soon as possible. I'm not a dreamer, nor am I a workaholic, but I do love my job, and I'd be proud of leaving such an article behind. But
Oh, whoops,
anyway,
sorry.
that's my answer. And on that note, I'll get back to my preparations.
Cameraman never dies is especially stress tested by storm chasers. Yeah, and like people recording like volcanoes and like avalanches. Props to him for living through that.
Oh, nice.
I'm glad they're okay, but also it's terrifying.
Kinda envies her. Anyway, let's go and take a look at the sea, shall we?
Hey, I believe I have a 1 million gallons of Dasani for a Mr. Nerve E. Let. I don't think that's spelled correctly. I may be dead, but at least I get a Pulitzer. And the cameraman never dies.
The sea breeze and scenery can be a pretty soothing combo, huh?
That man would not order Dasani? That's the point. It was a trick. It was a trap! Mr. Nerve Elite? I think that's who this is for? That's real weird. The sender is, like, kind of scribbled out. Oh well.
Paimon's been thinking.
I've noticed.
If it wasn't Fontaine, but all of Tevat that would be destroyed tomorrow, where would we go and what would we do?
Nothing like the end of the world to think of the end of the world. Throws out the Dasani, that's what causes the flood. Oh, wait.
No, Paimon should ask, if you could choose, what would you like to do?
Just like Charlotte said, suddenly trying to consider what to do is pointless.
We've always been moving to the next destination, so we haven't spent much time thinking about these kinds of things. We didn't have to either, with us always being on the road and whatnot.
I don't think that dealer could, like... I don't think he has enough fire to evaporate all of that water. That's, quite a bit. What would you do? I'd like to not die. Well, one step at a time.
You mean, still traveling?
Cherishing every single moment that I have to look upon this world.
Huh. Wait, isn't that what we've always been doing?
Oh, there's nothing like friendship in that, discussing the existentialism of living the next day. Oh, I have to click. Oh, cool. Cool. We did not die the next day. That's great. We're not doing anything, are we? Well, I guess we can't really. It's really everyone else that has to. All right, are we gonna arrest her?
Feels like you'll grow mold if you stay here long enough.
Take a shower.
But it's still better than the Fortress of Mirapede, that's for sure. It's not only damp there, but salty too.
Yeah, I mean, currently Traveler... Well, did they lose their ability to world travel in World Hop? Or is it just that they're staying here to find their sibling? Or, because, like, I thought it was both.
So the
Oh,
two of you
hello.
are still here. Wonderful.
Oh, you're from the Palais Mermonia, aren't you?
Sure.
Yes, I'm Isadora. Monsieur Nervillet sent me to look for you two before. I heard that afterward you went to the Fortress of Meropide.
Yes, we were totally criminals of the most dastardly sort.
Not at all. I'm well aware that you're friends of his. Actually, I'm here to pass along a message from him.
Okay, cool. What happened?
Yes, inside the Opera House. The Maréchaussée Phantom
Huh?
has declared the incident a small-scale riot.
Lost their powers. Oh.
A riot?
To be fair, it might have been an emotional thing of just like, let's just leave. Without remembering, oh yeah, we can't.
Well, that said,
This isn't my water.
Really think it was that serious?
Oh no, everyone can't shower because they're worried it's primordial seawater.
Lady Furina was watching a performance at the Opera House, and while she was resting during an intermission, some other audience members suddenly started harassing her.
Dine's Life shows up and it's just like, looks at like a picture of Fontaine, puts it down, just sitting there like, oh.
Pog the cutie is live. Sisu Carrara wo, Sisu Carrara wo.
Thank you so much for the 6 months. Don't shower you my time. But yeah, Dine's Life shows up, looks between this picture, looks at Fontaine and goes, this looks more wet than I remember, as it's like flooded. How long have I been streaming? About an hour. Looking at the timer.
Loudly accusing her of doing nothing about the prophecy crisis.
Uh-oh.
And before she could respond, others started to join in. The crowd continued to grow, and protests against the Hydro Archon started to break out.
Oh, as a streamer. It's a little bit more than just like, okay, so I started streaming like a year or two ago, but then I stopped after a bit out of burnout. And I started again, I believe in like June or July, something like that. I think it was the summer. Time is weird and wibbly wobbly. Underwater acting like no, he's underwater looking at this like paper picture of Fontaine, looking up, just like, looks a little more wet than I remember. If Fontaine floods, doesn't that mean Teyvat floods? Maybe it'll be like the prison and it'll be like a floating cube of water. Yeah, I did. I came back. Here's the thing. I started streaming Genshin, actually. Like, way back when. The first thing I streamed was Genshin. So, it felt fitting.
So people have started to put the blame on Furina. Guess they finally found an outlet for the pressure they've been under due to the prophecy.
I agree. People will naturally rely on gods, as is customary. But the moment people feel threatened, gods are also the first to be blamed.
Some of those bots exist. Some of them are not there anymore.
So what happened after that? Is Furina okay?
Seeing that the situation was spiraling out of control and that further argument was pointless, she claimed that she'd gotten tired of this and left in a hurry.
Oh, Furina, no, that is not a good way to reassure the masses. That's just gonna make them think that you don't care. That doesn't make you look cool. That makes you look like an asshole, and that's not gonna make them happy or leave you alone.
The Marisha Phantom had their hands full maintaining order and did not catch where Lady Furina had gone. Only when things had stabilized did we realize that she had gone missing.
People rely on gods except for Mondstadt, they're weirdos. And well, Leah now too. Leah's sitting there like, oh shoot, we need to take notes from Mondstadt now.
So, you mean she's still missing?
That's right. The Marechaussee has dispatched many people to search for her, but we don't have any leads yet. That said, I don't think there's much to worry about. She is a god after all. Even if she were to fall into the hands of rioters, what could ordinary people do to her?
Make her feel sad.
Good. Monsieur Nervillet sent me to tell you about the situation, but he didn't say anything else.
Don't worry, this is more than enough to go on. Thanks for keeping us informed.
Ah, is that so? Well, all right then. In that case, you two take care. I'll be heading back to the Palais now.
The plan's going, accordingly, swimmingly. Oh.
If we know Furina, she won't try to fix things in this situation. Instead, she'll look for a place to wait out the heat.
She really did just make things worse. Oh no.
And as we also know, she may be loud and dramatic, but she doesn't have a heart of stone.
You're right, we shouldn't be going swimmingly. We need to go, walkingly, saunteringly, pacingly.
When Nervillet was
On sand.
Palais Mermonia, and she heard about Poisson, she couldn't hide her sadness and remorse. It would be hard for her to ignore being accused by the public today.
Can we just, like, go reassure her and, like, just be nice to her?
Paimon thinks Furina's probably taken the opportunity to slip away to Poisson and try to relieve the sense of guilt that she's feeling.
Like, literally just be like, hey, listen, we know you want to take care of it yourself. You don't have to do that yourself. We have helped other nations. We have helped other nations' gods, in fact. It's not a weakness or anything to have help in this sort of a situation. It's very dire. And, you know,
Well, what do you think? Paimon knows the answer, of course, but Paimon can do the analysis to back it up, too. Cool, huh?
I see becoming a detective's done you some good.
In that case, there's not a moment to lose. Poisson, here we come!
But the sand is rough and coarse, but at least it's not wet. We have to hunt her down? No, she's not abundance. We don't have to hunt her. Over here.
This place looks deserted. Guess all the survivors must have evacuated already. All that's left here are signs of devastation.
Well, except for that one guy.
Let's try to find her as soon as possible.
Be very, very quiet. We're hunting Furinas. Can I fall through this? I mean, it is down there, so I'm gonna test a theory. Ooh, 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 ooh. Huh. But if I walk... Oh? Huh. Okay. Devastation. Such devastation. 'Twas not her intention. Oh, she's sad. Yeah, can we just be nice to her? Instead of, you know, cornering her in a public trial that'll get her vilified?
That's Furina, right over there. She really is here all on her own.
Seriously, can we... Shh, we're hunting Furinas. Oh, she's crying.
This is all meaningless.
Seriously, can we not cheer her up? She's just a kid.
What was meant to happen did happen after all. Everyone's dead. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. Give up, Furina. There's no point in holding out. I'm sorry. But what can I even do other than to repeat meaningless apologies over and over?
Furina.
Who's that?
It's fine.
Don't worry, Furina, it's just us.
Oh. You don't need to put on a brave face.
Blonde traveler from another land. Why, I almost thought you were someone from that mob of my ignorant subjects. Come to kneel and beg for my forgiveness.
You really don't have to. It's fine. We're not gonna judge you for that.
Furina, you were crying just now, weren't you? The tear stains on your face are obvious.
What do you mean by stains? I remember. The show at the Opera House earlier this morning was so moving. I'm still trying to process it.
It's really hydro when everyone is crying, huh?
Who did that uncivilized rabble think they were? Disturbing my enjoyment of the arts.
Furina, it's fine to mourn the loss of people. It's totally fine. You don't need to be above that.
They even dare to tout their Archon.
Oh.
Teach them a lesson. I can just imagine their twisted and frustrated faces once they realize that I'm nowhere to be found. Oh, and I'm sure Nouvellette and those people from the Marche Chaussee Phantom are freaking out right next to them too.
I wouldn't put it quite like this, but the idea is like you don't need to put on a brave face. It's totally fine.
Of course not.
Do you need a hug? I mean,
Hey, there she is. Hydro Archon's over there.
no! Why are you here? It's deserted! Rude! We were starting to make progress.
Quick, after her.
What? Can we get her out? Can we get her out? Can we get her out? Can we get her out?
Be after you.
They are... They're just some rabid fans who want to cut the line because they haven't been able to meet me in person, aren't they?
You're the Hydro Archon. It's fine if we push you like behind the waterfall, right? Like you can get out that way. I have no idea. We were just starting to make progress. Come on.
That's against the rules. I can't let them get their way.
Seriously, you can go somewhere else to cool off. It's fine. No!
Furina just ran off.
The water here is contaminated. I don't know. Would it affect her? She's... I don't know. Does she count as Fontanian?
Quick, we have to catch up with her.
Maybe she's different because she's an Archon. Oh, no. No, all the bad decisions are happening now. Okay, she's running away. That's good. Okay. We're really not gonna... Oh, did we lose him that fast? Oh my god, we did. That's so dumb. You can swim, right? Push. Nope, there was no Archon here. What are you talking about?
Hey, Furina! There's a good hiding spot over here. Quick, come to Paimon before the rest of them catch up to you.
What is this place?
Hurry, they're almost here.
Fine.
We're breaking into someone's house. Go.
This is warranted. Lead the way.
What is this Archon you speak of? I have no idea what you're talking about. Whatever it was, we were the only ones here. Haha. Roll to deceive. Am I enjoying it? It's really good. It's like, I'm really like on the edge of my seat waiting for what's gonna happen next. Cause like, I'm still waiting for that, the first line of that trailer. Hello, welcome to the box. Con.
I'm so tired. I totally thought they had caught me.
You're okay.
No, I mean, I merely gave in to the sheer enthusiasm they displayed.
Yeah, it echoes in here. It's made of metal. You want to keep it down.
You're right.
Frita's new apartment. A more than 2 hour stream? Depends on how much there is left by the end of it. If it's like only like half an hour left of the Archon quest, then I might push it. If not, I might save it.
Yep, that's a good girl.
Oh! Oh, good.
What's
We're not allowed to hide.
the ground's shaking. Is it an earthquake?
Well, probably the water level again.
Yeah, a quake of this kind preceded the flooding in Poisson, didn't it?
Oh, that's true. Uh-oh.
Can't be. It's happening again.
Oh, honey.
Don't have to worry too much about that. Novelette's made some emergency plans, so the evacuation should go a lot smoother this time.
Yeah, I hope you're right.
Yeah, they could probably like, what was it, designate areas that are like more prone to being flooded, or at least would be the next likely spot to be flooded. Hopefully they evacuated everyone in time. They had a couple days, so...
But the people of Poisson, they've already...
Oh. Yeah. She's been through so much. Can we please call off this stupid trap?
I've been investigating the prophecy for hundreds of years. I once had informants all over Tevat, searching for clues and feeding information back to me.
Oh my god. It just hit me, like, the amount of stress and pressure knowing that Fontaine was going to be destroyed according to a prophecy, like, hundreds of years in advance. Oh, that is way too much pressure. No
I've tried
wonder.
all kinds of ways, too, to hold back the sea. Anything to keep the coastline from advancing.
Rodea said F that in rent. Yeah, that's fair.
But all my efforts proved to be futile in the end. Really, the truth has been clear to me for a very long time.
I mean, again, recontextualize it. Maybe if we evacuate everyone out of Fontaine, then, technically you'd be alone, and then get through that part of the prophecy, and then hopefully things can resolve. I don't know.
We cannot make an enemy of the divine. No matter what
Oh.
we do, the will of the heavenly principles will have its way, and the prophecy shall be fulfilled.
Is that who the prophecy was from? Like, is that like, huh? And also, that line is also from the storyline trailer. I've been watching too many Nuzlockes. Okay. You still haven't given up, and it's very clear that you have still
Give up.
She really needs a
don't
hug.
like the sound of that phrase. It would mean finally coming to terms with fate, but also for me to finally be free.
Storyline trainer would like to battle. No. It's just a Hydro Rain team. That would also mean that all hope would disappear. And hope is a double-edged thing. It hurts, but
Indeed,
it guides you
I've
through
thought
tough
about
times.
giving up
I don't
so
know.
many
Eh.
times, especially after we almost lost Poisson. Fate is really unreasonable, isn't it? It has no heart and obeys no rules. Prophecy has only just started to come true, and so many people have already lost their lives.
Very sad. Poisson.
But just now, it all became clear to me. I still don't have the right to come to terms with fate on behalf of everyone else. As long as the final moment hasn't come, it's still not too late.
Please, can we say, you don't have to do this on your own.
Don't worry.
Genuinely,
I
don't
will
do this on your
keep going
own.
for everyone until the very end.
You've got an Outlander who is, like, very much affected fate, in interesting and different ways, which, you know, changing fate, you know, that's something. We've got a dragon. We've got, very strong fighters in case we ever need them. We've got the press. Like, come on. We can help. Don't shoulder this yourself.
Well, that's
Furina,
enough for
no!
now. I got the impulse to play the stricken maiden, but honestly, considering my rank and station, that wasn't a good fit at all.
I really want to give her a hug.
Don't take any of what I just said seriously. How could I possibly let Fontaine fall to the whims of trivial prophecy?
Because, like, I understand she's trying to do, like, a brave face and all right now. It's just putting on this kind of a face in the face of all of this instead of addressing it, like, I guess, like, approaching it seriously from the eyes of others makes it look arrogant instead. I don't know. Instead of, like, actually going out of her way to protect everyone. Oh.
Come on! Paimon could have sworn you were actually being honest just now.
Running out of time. Okay, good. We can finally say this. Took so long. We can help you. Listen. You don't have to share everything. Just we delegate. You can do that. You're allowed to.
Share my burden.
We can do this with you.
That's impossible. It was fated right from the start that this would be my duty alone.
I mean, we can still help. We can still help in some way. Ooh, we're bringing that title back. We're a witness.
Yes, I've heard that you came to Tevat from beyond the stars, yes. In other words, you never belonged here.
Yeah. Also, like, shouldering the prophecy alone, just because, like, wording is so finicky with prophecies, right? As if I'm talking as if prophecies are real. But, like, in media and stuff, prophecies are really finicky with wording. Like, shouldering the burden of the prophecy alone doesn't even necessarily mean she can't have help. It's like, you know, the burden of it might just be the pressure and the stress of it, right? It could be so... You could interpret it in so many different ways, and I wish that she would try. Anyway.
If Tevat is, in its entirety, a show on a stage,
Hello!
then you're just a spectator, aren't you?
You can also tell that she's very much latching on, just like, oh, I could actually tell someone, and it probably wouldn't get in the way, like, there wouldn't be retribution for this one. And it's just, oh, she really needs a hug.
If that's the case...
Come on, please. I swear if someone bursts through the door right now. No! Come on! We were making progress. Well, what? Excuse me? No! This is the worst ending! Liddy! Liddy! You ruined it!
Ladies and gentlemen,
No!
This concludes my opening performance.
No! Winnie!
So, without further ado, we
Was
will
this actually the
proceed to
plan all
trial
along?
of Our God.
God damn it!
So, this
No!
is what it is.
Furina! I swear!
You deserve praise for the effort you took to raise the
We
dwarf's
have-
stakes.
We have broken any and all trust we have had with her. Like, in that one instant, every single bit of goodwill is gone. Probably negative now. She will never trust us to do anything ever again. Oh my god, it's because we went into his house! Dang it! Oh, we can break it further. That's true. We can hold a public trial that would call for her execution, probably. You know, turn the people against her. That'll make things so much better.
Do not forget, however, that I am Lord, the god of justice, the embodiment of justice itself. Does it not strike you as even the least bit absurd to bring the very concept of justice to trial?
Can we, like, please protest against this?
May I interpret these words as your refusal to stand trial?
Yeah, if I were in that situation, if I were in a vulnerable spot, about to open up to the first person about a terribly, terribly stressful situation for the first time in hundreds of years after trying to deal with it on my own, and then they did this, I would never trust anyone ever again.
In that case, you will have the opportunity to defend your honor through a duel.
Oh my god.
You would draw your blade against a god?
No.
I see. It seems like you have made up your mind.
I know she's several hundred years old, but she really is just a kid, huh?
Paimon can't believe it. She just surrendered.
Alright, happy lurking.
What the heck is going on? Did I just see an Archon surrender to a human?
Oh no.
Wow, how utterly humiliating.
Yep.
Lady
This is it. This is.
Furina,
Frick. You could spin it like, oh yeah, I, as an Archon, would never want to harm any of my own people, and to follow the laws of my own nation, I am going to acquiesce and stand trial. Or I should not. Justice should not go against justice's own words. I don't know, something like that.
It would seem that there has been a misunderstanding. To be clear, the raising of both hands is not always a declaration of surrender.
Looking for excuses again.
Paimon, stop it! She was opening up.
I raised my hands just now to indicate my acceptance of the trial. No duel shall be necessary. I will admit that I've been running away for a long time. I'm sorry, everyone. I was unable
No.
to protect the people of Poisson. It is my duty to stand trial for my crimes.
We really shouldn't have put her in this position, like right after, like really following after a moment of vulnerability. That's. Oy.
You are not the only ones to be disappointed in me. I, too, am exceedingly disappointed in myself. But now, it is time for the Hydro Archon to show you her courage and resolve. I, Furina, will use this trial to show the world the true meaning of justice.
Please don't have us go against her. I don't have the heart to do that.
This time, I will protect you. choice. One of the most outrageous and fantastical arcs known to the opera epiclese is now unfolding before your eyes. Mark my words, this shall be one of the most exhilarating and brilliant shows ever to grace the stage of Fontaine. The trial of the Hydro Archon, Focalor, will now begin!
You know what? I'm glad that you're excited, guy.
Now we're making history.
She is trying her best in her own way. You are being a bad parent.
Why does it feel like Furina just took over the whole thing? Like, come on! Didn't she just get forced to stand trial for her crimes?
Why are you all acting?
Also, even though she's still acting super dramatic, she is taking this seriously this time, right?
All right, then.
Yeah, she feels seriously betrayed.
My opponent in this trial.
Please don't be us. Please don't be us.
Ask the prosecutor to please take the stand.
Please. No! Why? Why is it us? I don't want to. Who else would it be? Yeah, anyone else. Because, like, oh man, we're really digging this knife in her back deep in, huh? Like, it went from a stab to we are just twisting it. Oh my god. Yeah, it could be Navia, right?
Is that so?
She feels really betrayed.
Then
Oh.
please speak, witness of Tivat, my accuser and fated opponent.
And it still turned out like this. Yeah, it's almost like this plan was stupid. It's almost like this plan was, okay, whatever. It's okay. We can still, like, we could have called it off when we first got there. You know? Like, if we had even acted, like, surprised, like, oh, shoot, we didn't know that it was gonna happen like this.
Also, please allow me to ask, as a final question before the trial begins. Just how much work did you do to force me onto this stage?
I think she's trying to ask if we deliberately put her into that building to bring her here instead of to be nice. Oh no. Oh, Furina, I'm so sorry.
Well, we did do a lot of prep after...
Paimon, you are taking this too lightly. She's gonna misinterpret that. No, 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 no.
I can go over the tasks assigned to the Spina di Rosula, since they were rather straightforward and easy.
She's never gonna trust anybody ever again.
Navia, the president of the Spina di Rosula.
Most of the people who participated in the disturbance this morning were my subordinates.
No.
They changed into plain clothes and came to the Opera House as regular audience members, waiting for the perfect opportunity to incite insurrection against you. The people's resentment against their Archon has been building as more and more of the prophecy is fulfilled. A spark was all we needed to turn smoldering anger into a flame.
Deliberately doing that, deliberately setting off that fire is, it's a choice.
Moreover, according to our understanding and analysis of you, when something like that occurred, you would likely flee the scene and head to Poisson by yourself.
Yeah, it's almost like she feels guilty and we shouldn't be putting her through emotional trauma. Yeah, I'm not gonna let this go for a little bit, to be honest. Thanks for the follow.
So, we arranged for a second group.
Follow me to
lie in
hell.
wait there.
So, you mean the ones who scoured the settlement for me were also from the Spina?
This... I hate that we did this. This is literally the worst way we could have done this.
And their goal was to force you to step into the
Oh my
giant magic
God.
box, so you may personally participate in the greatest magic performance in all of Fontanian history.
She's just sitting there going, I've been trying for several hundred years to protect my people, and now they're all going out of their way to hurt me in every way possible. Oh no.
That's right. That house was a magic box,
rather than someone's residence.
As the super ultimate version of the setup that I used when I first performed at the Opera Epiclese.
That's what the earthquakes were. It's when it was being lowered and lifted.
The volume of the box was increased by a whole order of magnitude, and the distance it traversed was the entire gap between Poisson and Areneas. Its cargo, of course.
You guys realize that this trap had to... The only way this trap would have worked is if she decided to trust us.
Was
Okay.
an Archon instead of a human.
Okay.
My thanks,
Okay.
Furina. Without your help, we could never have pulled off such an extraordinary performance.
You're welcome?
Of course, this performance was only made possible with Father's support. The House of the Hearth spent a massive amount of labor in Mora to pull this off. We had to select a location, construct the giant magic box, dig a tunnel, and open up a path through the water. It was a lot of work for all of us.
Yeah, it's one thing to do this trap, and it's another to, like, explain it like this. It's,
So,
twisting the knife.
The earthquake that we felt within the giant magic box was just a normal tremor from the transportation of the whole house?
Well, it's a couple of days. There were a couple of days gap. I think it was in the transition. So, a lot of labor, a lot of money, and a lot of days. Well, not a lot, but like a couple days. But also, like, I don't really like this plan coming together. I didn't agree with this plan at all.
That's right. It wasn't a sign of another disaster to come.
I feel like we should be saying more than just sorry about that.
Then, I can guess Nervillette and Cloran.
Sorry for stabbing you in the back and betraying any semblance of trust and vulnerability you might have shown.
Prepared a stage and made sure that the champion duelist would be immediately ready for a fight. Also that as soon as I appeared on the stage, the trial may commence without a hitch. Am I right?
Yes, that is correct.
Well, Clorand, I must commend you for your courage. Only the most outstanding champion duelist in all of Fontaine would accept a duel with an Archon without flinching.
Yeah, the moment they suggested this plan, I was just like, this is gonna turn out horribly. Like, making it public is genuinely the worst thing you could have done for her, because, like, trying to get her to open up about things, this is the worst way to do it. She literally puts on a public face. The best way to get her to open up is to, like, you know, talk to her privately and not demand it from her either. We were really close. We probably could have done it too.
Thank you.
As for you, traveler,
Oh.
I suppose your role was to keep me distracted with conversation once you found me in Poisson.
Can we say that, like, what we said was still genuine?
You'd make sure that I didn't notice anything else before revealing yourself as my prosecutor once we'd arrived onto the stage.
You guessed wrong. My mission was to give you— She was about to do it! Why did we go through with the plan? She was about to do it!
So, then I suppose.
No, she didn't!
Chance.
Oh my god. She ran out of time. We could have given her more time. We could have been like, hey guys, maybe delay the plan by like 10 minutes. Oh. Like, they could have had like a symbol or a signal or something. Just like, hey, she's in the middle of talking about the thing. Tap, tap on the wall. Don't open it yet. Like, even if they didn't have a way of communicating, like, once you get onto the stage, like, if she was already, like, what if she had started telling us about it, like, before it got up there, right? Like, if she had started talking about it, like, halfway through, and then, like, is in the middle of conversation as that freaking box opens, like, we could have just been like, hey, guys, let's have a signal for it in case she starts talking about the thing. so that we don't have to emotionally traumatize her. No, literally, if they were in the auditorium, then you can just knock on the metal, right? Like, lean back on it and, like, tap a certain pattern or something, and then they'd know, hey, we shouldn't open the box, or something. Anything. Have a switch that changes colors on the box. I don't know, they built it, it's not a house. I'm so sorry, Furina.
It's fine. It matters not. What's done is done.
It's really not fine.
The stage is already set, so there's no reason to disappoint the audience. Let's see this trial through to the very end.
This is... Y'all had so many outs. Objection, I hate this plan. I can't help but be a little bothered? How are you Traveler!
Sir Prosecutor, please allow me to pass this along. This is a document that Miss Charlotte applied for and received permission to share with you during the trial. According to her, it should speed up the proceedings.
I am dying inside, because it's just like, oh, well, I wonder what she was going to say. Maybe, considering the line of conversation, she was about to tell you, an outsider, a witness, what was happening because she could finally tell someone about this thing. Ah! Okay, I don't need a hug. I'm like a little overreacting about it, but it's just like, it is frustrating that they went through with this plan. Furina's the one that needs a hug. She needs like so many hugs, but I don't think she'd trust anyone to give her a hug ever again.
Huh? Charlotte wanted to give us something? Oh, so she's here too! Hey, Charlotte! Oh, let Paimon see. Isn't this the exclusive interview that she did with us before? So she's already finished it, huh?
I don't think she'd hug anyone ever again.
Wait, then that means this document is a perfect timeline of everything that's happened ever since we stepped foot in Fontaine. So in other words, we can refer to this anthology of evidence every time we want to use something from our journey as evidence for an argument.
Cool. That's great.
Just think of it as a refresher, all right?
Yup, sure.
Hydro Archon in the very first duel you took part in at the Opera House. One for the history books, all right. I didn't think that you'd wind up getting to the bottom of the
Okay.
case. I'd been following all this. This is the first time Monsieur Nervillette had a difference of opinion with the oratories.
Okay.
And the Hydro Archon
Yeah, I'm not gonna listen to them all the way through.
She's an extraordinary person. Her instinct must
Huh.
mean something.
Oh, okay.
The
Interesting.
fortress of Mirapede was almost destroyed in a single day.
Right.
According
The
to Monsieur
whale.
Nervillette, I nearly lost my awesome friend Navia.
Navia nearly died. N. Cool. Wonderful. No, literally, Furina would never trust a hug again because we've already plunged a knife into her back. She had plenty of time to tell the truth. She is not someone who opens up easily. And she also, judging by what she was saying, she believed that she had to do it alone, right? Because, like, if she was, like, already at that point where it's just, like, everything I'm doing isn't working, then being told you have to shoulder this burden alone means that she can't tell anyone. And she's terrified if she tells someone, then it's going to have terrible ramifications. So, of course, she's not going to tell anyone. And we just gave her an out. She got the first out that she ever had with, like, someone who's completely unrelated and, like, just removed from the situation who could be a loophole in this. And, like, she really didn't have a shot until we brought up the fact that we were actually an option that she could have actually told. And now she doesn't get to have that because we decided to betray her in the worst way possible. Oh.
Oh, come on, Nervillette. There's no need to repeat all the unimportant legalese.
Honestly, your salt is deserved, girl. That's fine. I do not blame you.
Just fast forward to the part where the prosecution lays out my offenses. As the defendant and the lead actress of this performance, I still haven't even been informed of my supposed guilt in all of this.
if we say that she hasn't been doing anything about the prophecy, then we already know that that's a flat out lie, right? So
It is only natural for humans to struggle to understand the actions of a god. However, you will need more than that to convict me of a crime.
oh yeah, no, my opinion of her like just flipped completely from Act 1. It's great. Cause like she's really just putting on this front and like she really is trying her best. She just needs to, you know, accept help from other people. But we have given her no reason to do that anymore.
That's true. But
Ah!
the charge here is unrelated to your conduct as an Archon.
Surprise voice.
Instead, I would like to charge you as a fraud who's never been the Archon in the first place.
Oh, we're going there.
Wait, what was that? Lady Furina's a fraud?
Yeah, I thought so. I thought that she had something to do with the kidnapped women, right? The kidnapped girls. Because otherwise that wouldn't be brought up, right? So I always thought that, like, for whatever reason, masquerading as an Archon. Cool! Great! That crack theory is coming up.
Hey, I came here thinking that we were going to try the Hydro Archon for forsaking our duty, but did I hear that right? She's not our Archon at all?
Charge accepted.
This is not the situation in which we want to be doing this.
Lady Furina, do you plead guilty to the charge?
Oh no. She does not deserve this.
Lady Furina.
I plead not guilty. How can I be guilty? There is no way that I, Focalor, otherwise known as Furina de Fontaine, a member of the Seven and the Regina of all waters, kindreds, peoples, and laws of Fontaine, could be anything other than your true Archon.
Yeah, even though Lady Furina can be rather eccentric, isn't it going too far to doubt her very identity?
Yeah, I've never questioned her identity either. Sure, Lady Furina can be super irresponsible, but what grounds does that prosecutor have to make such a huge claim?
I have cause to believe that common sense will prevail in this case. Many of the members of the audience have known me as the Hydro Archon ever since they were born. There would be no fooling their memory. See? Even the Oratrice has decided to show me its favor. Are you sure you want to commit to a charge that will never be upheld?
Yikes. Also, Redlocks, yeah, plea deals. There's quite a few cases where even innocent people will end up pleading guilty for plea deal reasons, because being in jail means that you don't get to go to your job and you might be fired, things like that. It might affect your life. There's also situations in which you can genuinely be gaslit into thinking you did something that you didn't do. There are studies on that. Anyway, let me not bring this down any further. Innocence Project, very important. Anyway,
If you wish to drop the case, I can promise you as the god of justice.
she wants this to be over, yeah.
Trial for making a false accusation. We will treat everything that's happened as a dramatic spectacle and move on with our lives. What do you say to that?
An argument with near impossible odds, huh? You have to not only refute Furina's claims, but also overturn the long-held beliefs of the people.
Yep, time to turn the people against her, and, you know, now she'll never get to live here ever again.
I tried to give you the chance to surrender. If you must persist, then let me ask. If you believe I'm not the Archon, then what manner of being do you think I am? And if I was not the Archon, then how did I manage to live for over 500 years?
Would it break the entire power system of a Fontaine? Probably! This is gonna be, terrible. Especially if we don't have a system in place to fill that void. They're gonna want blood, and that's bad. That's dangerous. Probably this one, yeah? Someone afflicted with a curse. It's the only thing that's really applicable.
First of all, you may be a member of another long-lived
Melusine.
Allow you to naturally possess an extended lifespan. And second of all, even if that wasn't the case, there could be other ways to extend your life.
The real powers in Nervalet's... The, like, political powers in Nervalet's hands. The, like, I guess kind of like, Mechanique-like power, the Oratrice power is kind of in her hands, sort of. It's connected to her in some regard. Well, maybe that hasn't been confirmed. Who knows? 3 Melusines in a trench coat, in a fancy suit.
Who gave you that idea? Was it the knave? You'd sink so low as to use a harbinger's words against me.
A curse? I once thought it possible that the aura of an Archon might naturally resemble a type of curse.
That has insinuations all on its own. Ooh.
But in light of this claim, perhaps what I sensed was not your divinity, but a curse after all.
Maybe all Archons are cursed. Oh no.
You sensed it too, huh, Nervalet?
Oh boy.
Furina is actually a human?
Well, it is true that it's extremely difficult to tell humans and gods apart just by looking at them. It's not impossible.
She would be terrified seeing that thing move.
Well, don't start
Yep.
celebrating too early now.
There it is.
Even if I have been carrying a curse like you said, how does that prove that I am merely a human being? Besides, everyone knows that the main difference between a human and a god is the possession of authority. Gods can do what humans cannot. That's why they're worshipped as gods. For centuries, manifestations of my authority have served the nation of Fontaine. One need only to turn their eyes towards the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal in this very opera house, or consider the indemnitium that is used in every aspect of life.
Yeah. The child conviction. No one. Yep. I really don't like that we're doing this.
But weren't you as confused as all the rest of us when the Oratrice declared Child to be guilty without any proof? Otherwise, you should have come up with a good explanation for that by now.
Didn't I make myself clear at the time? The decisions of the gods are naturally difficult for humans to comprehend. There is no need to provide an explanation.
Lady Furina, I believe a reminder of your current circumstances is in order. While the court is in session, the principles of justice and the law must come before all else. While you are an Archon, you are also first and foremost the defendant in this trial. You will prove yourself unable to defend against the prosecution's charges if you continue to withhold vital information against the rules of the court.
Her clocking like, oh, withholding vital information. Is this you being petty?
I never thought you'd use that kind of rhetoric against me.
That was no trick of rhetoric, Lady Furina. I've merely reiterated the rules of the court. Rules that all should respect and follow.
So, you neither
Oh, long since been betrayed. Aye.
nor did you understand the nature and operations of the Oratrice. Instead of having been created by you, the manifestations of authority you mentioned have been made by the real Hydro Archon, haven't they?
So, like, what is this gonna do for us? It's gonna throw everyone into chaos.
The real Hydro
Hmm.
Archon. Well, now you're really losing me.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the real Hydro Archon is in the Oratrice, actually. That's the voice that Linny heard when sneaking around in there. You know. Anyway.
It is true.
Ah.
The Oratrice gave out a guilty verdict that day.
Oh, the Oratrice? I think you mean the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal. So, yes, I did see the post.
But the Oratrice handed out that verdict unilaterally, and it has been operating independently ever since it was first created. You can't argue that just because a divine creation is flawed, that the god behind it must also be no god at all.
No, I thought that gods weren't supposed to have flaws. Okay.
She's still throwing out all kinds of excuses. Seems like she's confident that we won't be able to produce proof that she has no power over the Oratrice.
Oh, no.
My power, ordinary citizens in the audience. How can I just carelessly demonstrate the formidable power of an Archon?
If that poses a concern, I'm prepared to extend my protection to the audience.
You don't need to go that far.
At this point, I think what I would do in Furina's shoes would be, okay, you got me. I am the Archon, but I have been cursed, and I don't have access to the power that I normally did. I didn't want to throw everything into chaos, you know? No.
Aren't you the Hydro Archon? Or is it that you can't even wield the power of Hydro, much less the authority of a god?
Hey, is this the reason that playable Furina, the other outfit, has the vision on the bow? Cause like that always weirded me out a little, right? Cause like the gods don't need visions. The visions that they have are fake. But then why would one form have a vision and one not? Yeah, don't confirm or deny any of this stuff, but it was something that I was thinking when I saw it. It's just like, if it was like a fake vision, then it would be there the whole time. But if it's something that switches back and forth, then like,
Indemnitium! Yes! It's all because of Indemnitium! All Archons derive their power from the faith of the people, and I've converted the people's faith in justice into Indemnitium! Thus did I give up all of my divine power to provide everyone with energy for their daily lives. Have you ever seen a more magnanimous god?
yeah, I'll figure things out. Don't worry. I wasn't asking like for an actual answer. I'm just like throwing out the theories that I've been having since the past.
That a huge stretch.
So.
Yeah, no matter how generous an Archon can be, how could they give up all their power? Can a god with no power even still be called a god?
Yeah, kinda. Yeah, that does make her sound more sus.
It seems like nobody's buying Furina's excuse.
She's really bad at this, you know, Paimon? We're just bullying her.
Hey, come now, everyone. Please don't stare at me as if I was a liar. I'm still the same Furina you knew, right? The one that you loved. Shouldn't you want to believe in me? Please? You've got to believe me.
Oh no, Furina.
If what the prosecutor said is true, she really has committed a grave offense.
We are tearing out the foundations of any kind of support that she had in her life.
Did she deceive all of us?
No.
And all of our parents and grandparents too? And then all of our ancestors? Ever since they were born?
Enough. That's enough. Tell me then, if I'm not the real Hydro Archon, then who is? If you have no evidence of another Hydro Archon's existence, nor can you find anyone who can back up their claim to be such, then what grounds have you to say that I'm not actually the real deal?
I will say the reason that they're considering to be a stretch isn't like knowing what the divine power can do. It's that why would a god use all of their power to do it? I think that was the stretch part of it. Where it's just like, if you don't even have like any power left for yourself, can you really be considered a god?
Wow, she came up with yet another argument. How can we refute her now? Seems like she
I don't wanna. Okay. If she's only a human. Well, that's gonna be later for saying who she is rather than like... Anyway, that's already done. That has nothing to do with it. That has nothing to do with it. No. Oh, maybe it is that, actually. Maybe we do use that now. No, not that one. But does it... I don't know if that actually proves anything. Does that actually... Okay, cool. We are actually using that.
It has been established that all Fontanians can dissolve in water from the primordial sea. And that means...
Since you insist on claiming to be a god and not a human, then there's a method that you can use right here and now
we suggesting? No.
Miss Navia, please apply to serve as a temporary attorney for the prosecution before addressing the court. Though you act in partnership with the prosecutor, you must still adhere to proper procedure.
Yeah, this is a real game of chicken right here.
Super sorry, Monsieur Chief Justice. I swear this really will be the last time that I'll speak out of turn. Now, I've brought some seawater from Poisson. As everyone knows, a massive flood struck the area not long ago.
We're really just doing a witch trial. Oh my gosh.
Including those of some of my closest friends. So, Miss Furina, would you dare to touch some of this seawater?
She's gonna cave now, but like, this is, oh my god, okay.
We are to believe that you are indeed the real Hydro Archon. Touching this seawater would have no effect on you.
How are we sure about that, by the way? Genuinely, how are we sure that the Hydro Archon wouldn't be affected by primordial seawater? We have no evidence of that.
But if you don't dare to touch it, then we would have basically proved the reverse. Oh, and I must remind you that after the disaster at Poisson, nobody wants to see any more people dissolve.
Yeah, no, this is absolutely biased. There's a reason why in jury selection and stuff, you try to get rid of potential biases in that, like, you don't let those people take the stand for an unbiased trial. I mean, there's problems there too, but that's beside the point. Maybe because the prophecy says she's all that's left after the flood, even then, doesn't mean she has to touch the water. Maybe it's like, oh no, that's a very corrupting force, you know? It could be. Well, there are heightened status as a god. It might not kill them, but it might genuinely hurt them in, like, irreparable ways. Like the corruption thing in, like, that affected Dvalin. Something like that. Like, theoretically, potentially, it could make the Archon go nuts. I don't know. Yeah, we're just trying to prove that she's a witch, and oh boy.
I do hope you'll act prudently and choose the simpler path of admitting guilt.
I feel so bad for Furina right now.
I guess her suggestion is valid.
If Lady Furina is indeed just a human, she's probably Fontanian like all the rest of us. Would she really dare to try?
Fallen was a dragon, was forcibly shackled. Yeah, but it's like in the idea of like the poison part of it. It's a corrupting force, and like, you know, there's a lot of corruption in like different nations as well. Like the forbidden knowledge or, you know, just things like that. If this is the equivalent in Fontaine, then like, that could be bad. Mirella did save Navia in the Primordial Sea, that's true. But even then, okay. I didn't read that bit, so maybe.
Lady Furina, this test has been unilaterally proposed by the prosecution.
Seriously?
In the realm of standard court proceedings, you possess the right to decline participation.
This is a trap! If it's not even like legally evidence, we can't be using the negation of it as evidence. Oh, man.
Well, of course,
we're really scummy.
Refusing to participate is basically the same as a confession of guilt.
Yeah, and that's why we shouldn't have suggested it in the first place if it's not legally allowed. Ay.
She's just staring at the water without saying a single word. It really does seem like she's quite terrified of it. That could only mean...
Yeah, no, if she says no, then people will think she's lying. That's why it shouldn't have been allowed in as evidence for the court to see. Like, that's just manipulation of the situation. Legally allowed, but she has the right to say no. Even then, it's just like, that's not a fair question. That's genuinely just a trap. You have to say yes in this situation. Yeah, he shouldn't have allowed it to be proposed at all. Theoretically, as an unbiased judge, you technically shouldn't have allowed this evidence.
What's going on? Is she really planning to... That's not what we thought she would...
Yeah, that's the idea of pleading the fifth, too, where it's like you're not supposed to be judged on what you don't say. But, I mean, people are gonna do that anyway. Case in point. He's desperate, yes, but like, I don't think we should be bullying her like this. Gee, Nami, I wonder why she's being pressured into doing this.
Due to the inherent risk of the test, Lady Furina, you may...
She's not gonna... Yep.
Hey!
Yeah, it's almost like you guys are forcing her into a lose-lose situation. This is a witch trial. This is not justice.
I'm fine. Look at me, everyone. My hand is still here.
She didn't even know. She didn't even know that she would be okay after that. Oh my god. She definitely could have just died there. Oh my god. Yeah, try to avoid spoilers. This is a ride. It's a wild ride. Literally, she was in a lose-lose situation. Because, like, we have taken away all of her support system, all of her, like, anyone who was on her side, and we have left her alone. Yeah, she's gonna choose between, like, I don't know. We gave her no options.
Will you believe me now? I really am your Archon. I'm nothing like a
Of course she was gonna do that.
as soon as they touch this water.
They thought that she would balk, but, like,
This is not the most obvious thing in the world.
why would she choose... Like, this is gonna sound terrible, but, like, why would she choose to live in a situation where everyone is against her and she doesn't know if she even has a future? Like, the past couple hundred years was her trying to save everybody, and this is what happens.
If you are present, Miss Siegewing, please come forward and attend to the defendant.
Oh, this sucks.
Don't be nervous. It'll just take a few seconds. Let me see. That should be
She's probably more desperate than we are, honestly.
Please
And that's worrying.
Evaluation to the court, Miss Siegewing.
As everyone doubtlessly saw, Miss Furina was displaying symptoms of hyperventilation and flushed skin. These indicate that.
I mean, I personally always thought that, like, even if she was the Hydro Archon, then the Yoshi's is in the Oratrice and she wouldn't actually have it on her, so she wouldn't be able to use it. That would have been my second theory.
She was experiencing
That was my first.
adverse effects of exposure to primordial seawater. The extent to which she was affected is the same as other humans when exposed to primordial seawater of a similar concentration.
I feel like flushed skin and, like, those symptoms also sound like fear and anxiety, which is also kind of something she's going through right now. Yeah, no, this isn't a real trial, but it's kind of masquerading as one, and that somehow makes that even worse.
Thank you, Miss Siegewing. Lady Furina, you may return to the defendant's stand.
They would still have their godly power. It's lesser, right? They would have less, and if, you know, going by her argument of, like, here's the thing, we know that she isn't. We do know that now. But, like, if we were going by what she was saying, then she used all of her godly power on Indemnium? The power source, right? So, in that case, she would be, what is it? She wouldn't have that kind of divine protection. Indemnitium. Oh my gosh. But yeah, theoretically, if we were going by that logic, then no Yoshi's, no divine power to protect her, she would probably have the same reaction. But we know that she, we would expect her to have hydro power. I don't know. Who knows what happens if you give up all your divine power? We don't know what would happen in that situation. There's so many unknowns in this kind of a situation that, like, we're just, we're proving a negative, and it's not great. Anyway, thank you for the follow. I'm going insane.
Wait, what did she just say? I didn't get dissolved. Shouldn't that be enough to prove my innocence?
Well, considering your tendency to run from your problems, we did originally prepare a direct sample of the seawater around Poisson. However, After extensive discussion, we exchanged it for a sample that is not concentrated enough to dissolve an actual human. After all, on the off chance that something entirely unexpected might occur.
Yeah, she's in a lose-lose situation. It's just being bullied.
We don't want anyone else to lose their life to the sea.
No, but you can see how desperate she is. I don't think continuing with this is a good idea.
Yeah, so out of regard for Furina's life, you secured a low-concentration sample and asked the head nurse to serve as an expert witness. It's a great thing that the direct sample wasn't actually used. Furina could have...
I can't believe you...
Yeah. She's desperate. We don't know the answer to how powerful they actually are. And again, it's not like Venti gave up all of his power for the people or anything. Again, we don't have the contextual, like, understanding of all of this. Everyone made sure her life wasn't in danger. The fact that she's willing to risk it like that is very telling, and I'm pretty sure that the aftermath is going to be very... not great. No matter if she, you know, gets to live. I feel like Furina being portrayed like this is like... it's being turned into a show, and this is genuinely worse. Maybe, I don't know. The betrayal is just awful. This is just very... she's getting betrayed a lot at once. There we go.
Listen to me, everyone. Please don't give me such cold and disdainful looks. What happened just now didn't prove a single thing. Think about it. How can you conclusively prove that an Archon...
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's kind of fair, though. That's how she treated most trials? Yeah, I know. But, like, I just hate that we had to come to this point, sort of a thing, because she genuinely does believe in justice. She is genuinely trying her best. And, like, I don't like what the court system had become. But it's also because she's trying to, like, stop this prophecy thing from happening. This is her only escape. And I really feel terrible for her. She has no outs. Whatever she did have, we slammed shut that door.
Also, if I was really just a human, why would I dare to just put my hand in that kind of water?
No, desperation will make fools of us all. This is just public humiliation.
I don't think anything she says at this point will sway anyone. The odds are just too stacked against her now.
Don't even...
All the things that have been said, Paimon doesn't think there's any way left for Furina to win.
What we said is flimsy at best. It's just that the Fontanians are very easy to persuade.
Come to an end. If there are no objections, we will move on to the final.
She needs a hug. Huh? Oh no. Remind me why we agreed? I didn't agree to this! I never agreed to this! Oh.
In my capacity as Chief Justice, I shall now render
She's genuinely having a panic attack. Oh no.
Archon of Fontaine. As a human who knowingly deceived her fellow citizens,
no.
Furina is guilty.
I just want to give her a hug. Really? No! Because she has a secret and everyone is desperate to stop the prophecy. We almost got her to talk about if we had just been nice and didn't just mentally traumatize this
Now
girl.
turn to the oratrice mécanique d'analyse cardinale to render the final verdict on the charges.
She's crying alone on her throne. That's true. Alright then, oratrice mécanique d'analyse cardinale. What say you? I wonder if it'll be the first lines of the freaking trailer. Oh, good! It never could have gone right. This plan never would have had a good solution. It would have given us the information we wanted, but it's not going to give us anything, it's not going to be good.
According to the judgment of the oratrice mécanique d'analyse cardinale, Furina is...
Yeah. Yeah. These aren't going to plan, are they?
Well, what's wrong? What's the oratrice's verdict?
No. The oratrice also displays a guilty verdict.
Isn't that correct then?
Oh man. You guys ready to face the consequences of your actions?
However, the exact wording of the verdict is thus. The Hydro Archon, guilty to be punished via the death sentence.
Wow. It's almost like putting your faith in the hands of a unknowable entity that casts out judgment is a bad idea.
The death sentence?
That's actually one of the available sentences? I've always thought that it was just a myth.
How do I refund? I don't think this is a really good time for that. Well, I'll do a small one then. Just, trying to keep things, sorta serious.
Time the death sentence has been handed out at the court, and it's been given to the very person we've worshipped as the god of justice? What an unexpected twist.
Furina's been sentenced to death by the oratrice? We just wanted to use the trial to show her the seriousness of things so she'd tell us the truth.
Wow.
How did things escalate this quickly?
Y'all escalated this so quickly. No, it's not a sound alert. Things escalated quickly because you made it escalate like this. Yeah.
This outcome is quite strange. According to Fontaine's current definitions of justice, as well as its recommendations for criminal sentences, is this sentence really appropriate for the crimes that have been committed?
Yeah, are we allowed to just say no to the oratrice? What happens if we say no?
Yeah, even Fauché wasn't sentenced to death by the oratrice. You know, the real evil mastermind behind the serial disappearances case.
Oh, the Hydro Archon and not her.
Not only is Furina's sentence overly
Huh.
excessive, the very point of our trial today was also to prove that Furina has never been the Hydro
Well,
Archon
that's
in
fun.
the first place.
Oh, okay. Next time. Now, do they mean the position of the Hydro Archon? Because if that's the case, then she is. But if it means the actual Hydro Archon, then...
But now, the oratrice seems to have deliberately invoked
The sentence is gotcha! No!
What does this mean?
Got the SSR sentence. Death.
Excuse me, if I may interrupt.
This is bullshit.
Is the trial still going?
Fremine, you finally made it. I assume this means you've completed your mission?
Mm-hmm. Any mission Father assigns to me will always be top priority.
Okay. Oh, he found the missing slate.
That the first prophecy slate?
Wow, it's not faded. That's impressive.
Huh. So the knave privately arranged for Fremine to try and find the missing slate.
500 years for a 5-star sentence. The pity system sucks. I mean, I don't know if that was a good sentence to get.
I looked everywhere and
It was like rolling a 1.
found it at the bottom of the sea. It took me a long time to get around some dangerous stretches of water, but has the
Even if
trial
it's carved
already
in
concluded?
erosion.
Then doesn't that mean I've come too late? Oh no. Father will be disappointed in me.
You're okay.
Thank
You're
you
okay,
for your
penguin
work,
guy.
Mr. Fremine. Please allow me
Magic.
to review the record
Fair
left
enough.
on the slate.
Cool. Are you gonna do the?
I
Oh,
believe that you have already seen the other existing slates. We'd like you to come here and confirm their contents.
alrighty.
Huh? So what do you see? What is it?
Turning the Oceanids into human beings.
I believe I've now made sense of the Hydroarchon's crime. It has to do with Fontaine's lost history.
So they were Oceanids to begin with. And this is just them returning.
Just guilty of deceiving her people? Oh, wait, no, that's Furina, and we've already proven.
Stop rubbing it in her face, Paimon!
So when you say Hydroarchon, do you mean the real Hydroarchon we've been kind of talking about?
In truth, everything that you've encountered in Fontaine up until this point can be traced back to the contents of these stone slates. However, I'm uncertain as to how much sense they currently make to you.
Alright.
Let's try to recall the contents of the other 3 stone slates. Paimon will do her best to help you remember.
Yeah, Frieda's too busy having a panic attack up there and no one is helping her. Oh? Okay. Cool. As we're more correct, the water level rises. Maybe we shouldn't do this.
The first stone slate describes what you just said. It seems to show the previous Hydroarchon using her divine power, and then the Oceanids turn into humans. Does that mean that Fontainians are transformed Oceanids? Oh, Paimon wasn't expecting that. But if Oceanids can turn into humans, then perhaps this process can be reversed as well. The second stone slate shows Celestia floating in the sky, and the Hydroarchon and her people worshipping it together. But the heavens still brought judgment down upon them. This must be the point when the Hydroarchon and the Fontainians were branded with their original sin. Does this mean that the original sin and the Hydroarchon sin are the same thing? The third slate shows the Hydroarchon sinking into the sea surrounded by many people. That reminds Paimon, didn't we also watch that happen to someone else? Well, the fourth slate is the prophecy
Yep.
the Fontanians have been talking about. People dissolving into the sea, the Hydroarchon crying on her throne, and so on. We didn't believe that such a crazy disaster could happen at first, did we? But after that incident, it was just a question of when and not if.
Is Furina cursed to, like, not be able to return to being an Oceanid or something? Okay. Turning people into... Well, guilty. This is the original sin, right? No. Okay, never mind. Thought that it was just like, it was judging the Hydroarchon guilty of that original sin, right? Okay. There isn't a good stopping point. How much more is there, by the way? I'll come back to this one. That one seems to be the most difficult one. No, I do not know who that character is. I do not voice them. Probably solid hour. Oof. Okay, I'll go through the 30 minutes of unskippable cutscene because I do want to be able to get to the menu. Sorry, what was this one? The heavens brought down their judgment upon them. Oh, this one then, right? There we go.
Perhaps what is about to take place has all happened before. And the original
Oh, whoops, I did not mean to skip that.
People of
I thought I had to
Fontaine
click.
by Celestia, as recorded on the stone slates.
Okay, there's a lot for this part. Okay, I'll try to get through this then. At least just the cutscene. Sinking into the sea surrounded by many people. That's Navia, right? Yeah.
It's not as simple as falling into the sea. When Navia fell into the sea,
Her consciousness was subjected to judgment. The stone slate.
Yeah, this
showed the
auto
people
goes through.
gathered
Okay.
around the Hydro Archon in the sea. Could that be alluding to the same thing?
Oh no, we're raising the water levels. I mean... Oh, no? Okay, it's not about that then. Entrance is that? I mean, oh yeah, because it's... Yeah.
The prophecy from the stone slates found its way into society, but not many people believed it at first. The fortress of Meropide was nearly flooded with primordial seawater, which we know can cause Fontanians to dissolve. It seems increasingly likely that the prophecy may come true. If we hadn't dealt with it in time, things could have gone very badly.
Okay. The prophecy will happen, judged as guilty, or people can be dissolved. Maybe it's the people can be dissolved thing. Yeah, there we go.
Know from the case of the serial disappearances of
But they
young
turn into
women,
Oceanids.
Fontanians can be
Oceanids.
dissolved in primordial seawater. And the first stone slate tells us that long ago, the Hydro Archon used her power to turn Oceanids into humans. This might be the reason that Fontanians can dissolve.
They'll dissolve into the primordial sea but won't cease to exist. Their essence will flow in the seawater, converge, and take the form of an Oceanid. The Hydro Archon was sentenced to death in court, shocking everyone present. Perhaps this means that her sin was actually Fontaine's original sin. Navia fell into the water inside those ruins, and she nearly dissolved. She was surrounded by the people of Poisson in a court within her consciousness, and was forced to take part in a trial meant to make her stay.
Is it the crime of individuality?
The fortress of Meropide was the surest sign that the prophecy was about to come to pass no matter what. The prophecy's contents can all be verified by recent events. If we combine what we know together, loads of truths should come to light.
Okay.
Oh, Paimon gets it now. So that's how you can make sense of it. But then it feels like we're going to have to share some truly shocking revelations.
Let's hear them.
Well, Fontanians are not humans.
Incredible. Linny, did you hear that?
We're not real humans.
All Fontanians were originally created by the late previous Hydro Archon, with Oceanids as their basis. The evidence for that can be found in how only Fontanians could dissolve in primordial seawater, and how all the girls Vacher dissolved were also turned into Oceanids. Oh, and according to Navia, when she was about to get dissolved, she also saw everyone gathered around for a trial, all of them in the shape of Oceanids.
Indeed.
Alright, second slate.
Yeah, and it follows from the content of the first slate that she probably angered Celestia by creating humans without prior permission. That could also explain why the Oratrice judged the Hydro Archon to be guilty. It's to account for that ancient sin.
The Hydro Archon's true sin was creating us?
Oh good, everyone gets to experience the mental trauma today. Huh.
And yet, after many hundreds of years, the Hydro Archon's creations have turned around to try to judge the Archon within the Opera Epiclese. The twists of history are often the most unexpected of all.
Hmm.
Yeah, isn't the image here just like when Navia fell into the sea? So wouldn't it be trying to show the image of the Hydro Archon also falling into the sea once the prophecy has been fulfilled in the fourth slate?
I mean, it could be that she was judged to, be alone forever. Not be able to interact with anyone anymore after they all turn into Oceanids.
All be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away. Did Paimon get all that right?
Oh, so yeah, she really is going to be shouldering the burden of the prophecy all on her own. That's what that meant. Oh no.
You've made some keen deductions. I must say, given how much you still don't know, it is impressive that you've already
Yeah, those
managed
two are
connect
not meant
so
to be
many
switched.
pieces of the truth. However, while you were able to decode all the information on the slates, they've also been etched with an additional layer of hidden information using a different power source. When we were at the ruins, I tried to decipher the hidden information recorded in the slates.
Oh.
But since we only had 3 slates at the time, I was unable to come to a full conclusion. Now that the slate collection is complete, I shall make another attempt to decipher the narrative recorded within. If everything goes well, we should finally be informed of the unadulterated truth.
Hey, so if we were going to find this slab anyways, why did we need this trial? Because wasn't the point of this trial because there was missing information from the slates? But if we found it, why do we need this trial? We didn't know we'd find the slate, but we were pretty confident to really hinge it on that. Like, this, we were real confident that it was down there in the sea to get Furina to go and get that. Ooh, maybe we jumped the gun a little. We need Furina to tell us where the real Hydro Archon was. I feel like we could have confronted her after we got the slates without having to go to trial. You know?
Well, did you get it?
I believe I should share this truth not only with you, but with all the people of Fontaine as well. I will try to briefly summarize it for you.
Oh good, everyone gets to experience the trauma.
Your hypotheses regarding the origin of Fontainians and the sin of the Hydro Archon were both correct. In the Fontaine of old, the previous Hydro Archon sensed the yearning of her Oceanid familiars for life on land.
Oh, thank you for the follow.
The Oceanids were enamored with the beauty and romanticism of human beings, and wishing to have those experiences for themselves, expressed to the Hydro Archon their desire to become of a similar kind.
Yeah, also, I also thought that the slate was just genuinely crumbled. I'm surprised that they found it. It looked like it was just broken. Like intentionally, almost.
However, even though water as an element is intricately linked with the power of life, the Hydro Archon, as one of the 7, did not possess the authority to create a new
Turn the
form of human
slab,
life.
or face my curse. The trial guaranteed she'd talk. I feel like this is the cruelest way to do this. It guarantees that no matter the outcome, she's just not going to be able to live in Fontaine anymore. Like, and also, like, if we, the Traveler, confronted her in the way that, like, that we did, we were going to get that information. I feel like this just needed a less accusatory, like, discussion.
Not one to give in, she eventually found a way to create permanent humanoid bodies for her familiars by appropriating the power of this planet's primordial sea. She poured primordial seawater into the Oceanid's blood vessels, creating humanoid mimics in the process. But if Fontainians were to ever come into direct contact with water from the primordial sea, the power within their bodies would escape these artificial restraints and return to the sea. As a result, their forms would collapse, and they would be reverted to their original forms as Oceanids.
Do they, like, immediately leave, then? I guess they need to be around bodies of water, so if they're dissolved outside of that. Huh.
Of course, the Hydro
Oh, is he
Archon
crying?
received permission from the heavenly principles to create a new human race. And thus, the Hydro Archon and all of her creations came to shoulder the original sin of appropriating the power of the primordial sea.
This almost feels like the Prometheus story, right?
That is the true history of how the people of Fontaine first came into being.
So we were all Oceanids?
inhabitants before we turned into human beings?
What happens to what happens to people who are born of like a Fontanian and a non-Fontanian? And so on and so forth. Do they also dissolve?
That's way too much information for me. I think I'm just going to pretend that I never heard a single thing.
Half Oceanic.
But if that's the truth, we can't let the Hydro Archon be sentenced to death. After all, her only sin was creating us.
This really might be too much information for your regular Fontanian, but it does answer a lot of our questions.
Time to gurgle.
Your hypothesis regarding the third and fourth stone slates was inaccurate. The slates' respective positions are, in fact, correct.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
A key point of the visual on the third slate is how all the individuals depicted in the water are humans rather than Oceanids. They have not been dissolved, which implies that the water depicted in this slate is not water from the primordial sea. The nation of Fontaine is the nation of Hydro, as well as the nation of Trials and Justice. Instead of being the literal
we just did it, huh?
the water in the scene symbolizes judgment and justice.
Oh, we just fulfilled the prophecy. We left her alone because we have broken any trust between us. Yay!
Navia's experience. When she fell into the sea, her consciousness was surrounded by that of
Whoops!
others who intended to hold a trial to determine her fate. Therefore, the meaning of the third slate is
right now.
The people of Fontaine shall try the Hydro Archon at the court of
Maybe
justice.
that's why they did this plan, because they were like, this is a stupid plan, but it's the only option we've got for some reason.
Yes, it refers to our present situation.
I think I'm following now.
It also, prophecies are vague enough that you can apply a lot of situations to the same thing.
We decided to put on this trial to avoid fulfilling the prophecy.
Furina was having a panic attack and no one went to help her. She's not okay.
In truth, everything we've done has happened exactly as the prophecy foretold. So now, it seems, we're the ones making sure it comes true.
What should we do?
Not this.
No matter what, the prophecy will be fulfilled. Is this what it feels like to be a prisoner of fate?
You could keep the fourth one from happening if you decide to be nice to Furina and not leave her alone. I don't know.
If that's the case, does that mean the scene in the fourth slate will also be fulfilled soon?
I don't know, maybe metaphorically.
Traveler, I would like to point out another small fallacy in your deductions. About the fourth slate, you probably thought that the eruption of primordial seawater beneath the fortress of Meripede served as the surest sign that the prophecy was about to come to pass, yes? However, I believe that rather than being a sure sign, that eruption
the whale?
could only be a small warning of something far worse to come. As for the root cause of the catastrophe, I believe you've already encountered it once before.
No.
This eruption was just a small warning of the things to come. We must find the root cause of the disaster.
Okay. Cool. Oh, it's just that one. Okay. Well, not that. I mean, probably has to do... Oh, hold on. Just how long will it last? The prophesized disaster will likely spread from here, but if that's just a warning... I mean, the whale, right? Yeah.
Both dream and reality.
If we're talking about a true culprit, that could only be that thing inside the primordial sea, right?
Well, it's the difference between human and God, I guess. The God will keep going and going to protect the people that doesn't care about them. Although, I guess she is human.
The original sin, the trial, and the root cause of the disaster.
Ah, yes. It was whales the whole time! Oh. Ooh, that's ominous. That's very, very ominous. Hey, the water's not gonna... I spoke too soon. We really should have evacuated everybody. Oh no, we spoke its name. Guys, you're running into the pit. Oh, they're running under it. Never mind. Oh my gosh. Hey, tartar sauce, come get your pet. Oh. Uh-oh. 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 Oh, there he is. Hey, I summoned him. He's been trying to stop this thing ever since he... Oh my gosh. Nice, electrocharge. You good? Oh, you're not good. Someone catch him? No? Okay. All right.
That was way too close. How did that thing just burst into the opera house? Wait, was that the huge whale you saw in your dream?
Oh yeah, he did say he saw a whale.
At last. I understand very
Ah,
well
the
why it was
abyss.
chosen to make an appearance here.
We spoke of it.
That whale does not belong to Tevat. It is a monster that has traversed the stars, weeping all the while.
Quantic Sea?
It has been greedily consuming the energy from the planet's primordial sea, using it to grow. That is the main cause for the rising sea levels.
I don't think that he's having a good vacation. He can't stay in that form for that long, but I think he's been in it this whole time, huh?
And once it has finished consuming all of the energy contained within the sea, its next step will be...
The Fontanians, who have the primordial sea in them.
When the Hydro Archon first created Fontanians,
Yup.
she filled their blood
Oh,
vessels
time
with
flows
primordial
differently.
seawater.
Precisely. That whale finds the blood of Fontanians nigh impossible to resist.
Huh.
Therefore, when it left the primordial sea, it decided to make its next stop a packed opera house full of food. Food in the form of Fontanians.
So we should, like, evacuate everyone and, like, spread them out.
We just barely managed to push it back, right? In that case, won't it come back to target the people again once it's managed to recover its strength?
That is correct. Indeed, it is more accurate to say that we should thank that Harbinger for buying us some time. Without him, the whale would have likely come onto land far sooner.
Can't believe the whale was a vampire this whole time.
From the way he looked, he must have been fighting the creature for quite a long time.
That battle maniac. We've always known that he had a special connection with that whale, but we definitely didn't expect it to help us out like this. Anyway, now that we know that this whale is the actual cause of the disaster recorded in the prophecy, all we need to do to stop the prophecy would be to find a way to beat it up, right?
Ah, yes. Find a way to beat up the intergalactic space vampire whale. Okay.
It is too late.
What? Why?
It had already absorbed too much of the primordial sea's energy before we could notice it. At this point, it has become practically integrated with the sea itself. Even if the entirety of Tevat were to be destroyed, it could still survive and swim off towards some other world.
That's not something I will accept.
Yeah, but if we take out the whale, it'll turn back into the water, right?
We've already done everything we can, and we even found the true culprit. We've come so far. You can't just tell me that the last hurdle is some impossible foe. That's just not fair.
Indeed, that's not how a grand performance should end.
I'll fight it to the end, no matter what.
I mean, Furina does have a gun.
So the prophecy will be fulfilled no matter what, huh?
Honkai Star Whale. That's really good. ...
Prophecy. Yes, what has been prophesied will be fulfilled. You may view such things as the history of the future.
Hey, I didn't say that! But if this is all about fate...
Just as prophecies are usually only the future as seen from the perspectives of the gods, could things be happening in hidden corners where the god's gaze does not fall? Ultimately, fate shall serve as your only guide, no matter what will happen in Tevat's future. All you need to do is to play your part.
Even if the prophecy is fulfilled, there'll be... Yeah, because it's not an end state. It's just a snapshot of the future. Did you miss something? Wow! Oh, we're finally gonna... I'm a little salty. We're finally going back to that, are we? Uh-huh. Wow! It's almost like we should have... She has no reason to tell us anything about herself anymore. No reason.
What's happening with the oratories?
I believe it is preparing to carry out the death sentence.
Oh! It has the power to do that?
Furina!
Wow, now you care, huh? I'm sorry, I'm very bitter. We still need answers, not... We should probably try to not have her die. What the heck? Huh? I think Furina can't hear us right now is the problem. That's an interesting... That looks very... Conrian? Right? I'm not... Like... Is that a Conrian dress? No. Okay. What's with the attire?
That shocked expression on
Is this
my face
Egeria?
was just too amusing. I couldn't help myself.
I do love the instead of just Furina.
You are not Furina. Who are you?
So.
The sweet sound of bewilderment. Marvelous.
Huh.
A sure sign that my attempt to deceive everyone was a resounding success.
The curse was the Archon.
I am Focalor. You know, the god.
Wait. The curse was the god. Right? Maybe? I don't know. Wait, I'm gonna stop theorizing, you just let it explain itself.
Oh, that wasn't my goal, of course. Goodness, no. But I had to fool everyone else too, if I was to stand any chance of deceiving the heavenly principles.
Yeah, that's fair.
Deceiving the heavenly principles.
It's all because of that pernicious prophecy. Dreadful, wasn't it? Everyone doomed to dissolve. Fontaine condemned to be flooded. One was not amused. In fact, one was positively bemused when that problem was thrust upon me by my dearest predecessor.
Okay, so not Egeria.
Hydro-Archon Egeria.
For the uninitiated. He's the only one here!
It hardly gets more disastrous than a preordained national catastrophe. Now does it? She knew full well that the prophecy would surely come to pass. And as one of the seven, she also knew full well that one defies the heavenly principles at one's peril. So yes, as you have no doubt surmised, it was a rather impossible situation that I found myself in. I spent a terribly long time mulling it over, alone on the ocean floor. was only one possible solution to this confounding conundrum. I had to outwit the heavenly principles, allow the prophecy to be fulfilled, ostensibly at least, while saving everyone at the same time.
Malicious compliance, the best form.
I'm a genius, I know. I can only assume that's why Egeria chose me as her successor. Although, looking back now, it was hardly the inheritance one dreams of. Between the task of saving the nation, the quotidian duties of the Hydro Archon, and not to mention the original sin of creating a new race of humans, I dare say she left me quite a colossal mess to clean up. But one can only play the hand one is dealt. I did not choose this, any more than I chose to be one of her Oceanid familiars.
So you were also once one of the Oceanids, transformed into a human by Egeria's hand.
Yes, I was. I always dreamed of becoming human. And I still do, even now. In my eyes, to be human is to be part of the greatest opera ever known. After becoming a god, I separated my divinity from my body and spirit, leaving behind only a self that was as naive and bewildered as my past self on her first day as a human being. The me you see before you now is that divinity, and the human counterpart I left behind, I named Furina.
It's hitting me now that Focalors is gonna die. It's not gonna kill Furina, but it is gonna kill Focalor. Oh no. I'm also not looking at chat right now.
And conceited, or as meek and vulnerable as she wished. Her strengths were of a kind only a human could possess, as were her shortcomings.
Yeah, but you kind of also left her with shoes that she's never going to be able to fulfill.
But in my eyes, Furina's humanity was what made her perfect. She was perfectly human in every way. The person I always wanted to be. Anyway, so then I cursed her.
Sorry? Bit of a tone shift, but alright.
All part of the plan, of course. The plan to deceive the heavenly principles.
Anyways, I cursed her. I loved her. She was everything I wanted to be, so I cursed her. What?
Do you still remember the final scene of the prophecy? The Hydra Archon alone, weeping on her throne. In order that the prophecy might appear fulfilled, I invited Furina to be an actress, to play the part of the Hydro Archon in the prophecy, under the curse I placed on her. So long as I, Focalor's divinity, continued to exist, she could not die. But nor was she free to live her life in the pursuit of happiness.
That's kind of screwed up.
Instead, she was forced to take the stage in the opera house, to embrace the role of leading lady, to forever play the part of the god from the prophecy, all to create a deceitful appearance of that prophecy coming to pass. I suppose now you probably understand why your court is called the Opera Epiclese.
But Furina is only human, isn't she? Even though she has had a long life, her mind is no stronger than that of any other ordinary human being.
Literally, any mortal would... Their minds would collapse. After, like, that long? Of that much pressure and not being able to live your own life? Oh my god.
I cannot begin to fathom what she has had
Yeah.
to endure. It must have been torture for her.
And we just made it so much worse.
It has indeed. And although she is, in a sense, me in human form, I must definitely owe her an apology for it.
Yeah, you owe more than an apology.
In 500 years. And all along, she's been playing her part in the most unimaginably long, unbearably lonely, and agonizingly painful opera of all time.
Oh, did we get to see that too? Appears. Sufficiently strong hydrosensitivity, I can form an emotional connection. Just like I did with that Oceanid at the Fountain of Lucine. Oh! We're talking to Furina! That's not her. It's a reflection of her inner self. I can directly stop using her as a means to an end! Came here for answers, not to make sure that she's, like, mentally okay after everything? No? Okay, cool. Frickin' heck. Okay, I'm looking at chat now. Neverlet might be feeling a little guilty. Yeah, I'd imagine so! Oh my god. I think that... Here's the thing. We could have been friends with Furina. We are not, but we could have been. And we tossed aside the potentiality for that and slammed that door shut. And then threw it into a pit. Why are you bunking me? I've been on her side the whole time!
Oh? Who permitted you to come onto this stage? Now, I understand your admiration for my august self, but I must ask you to keep to the rules.
She's not okay. She's not okay.
It is not my
Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
There is no need to state your name. Just be off with you. Do not distract me from my performance.
Oh, she needs a hug so bad. But... Just let the stage lights go off, please, if only for 1 second.
I am Focalor, the
That way I can become myself again.
I must at all times display the utmost elegance and nobility.
She can't even be herself internally. Because if you had to be someone else for 500 years, yeah, you'd lose your sense of self too. Oh. What sort of resolve? Desperation and an inability to do otherwise. I'm turning off the spotlight. I'm turning it off. I'm turning it off. I'm turning it off.
Dear audience, the performance is experiencing a technical difficulty.
Oh, screw you!
The guards shall resolve it soon enough.
Where are you? There you are.
Right here. Emerge. Right now.
Be still.
One with nature.
We deserve the guards. Oh, definitely.
Hey, what gives? The audience is still watching me, you know. Guards? Wait, where are the guards? Guards! Emerge. Right here.
Silence without end. Chains. Ugh. The other one was shackles. She's just not allowed. Oh. Oh, I can't leave, but my bombs can. Okay.
One with nature.
Okay. I think that should be it for that one. Last one. That's all the spotlights turned off. Furina's heart, they must have symbolized the eyes of the people on her. Speaking of which, I think I just received some sort of signal? Was that her true voice? Ticket? When did that end up here? Oh, I have to click this one, not spacebar. Oh no, another spotlight. Oh, that's for us. Show me how you You frankly do not deserve to know this at this point. Honestly, we really don't deserve it. I would love to be here for her to, like, make sure that she's okay, but, like, that's not anyone else's objective. Maybe Nervalet now that he feels guilty. But even then... Scene 1, before a mirror. Furina. Oh no. Oh, and it's forced walking. Oh no. I think I would just yeet Traveler from my mind palace at this point, really, if I knew that Traveler was there.
Who's that? Who's calling me? Where are you?
Be not nervous. Be not afraid. I am before you.
Be not afraid, said the biblical angel. Biblically accurate angel, rather.
You're near me? How can this be?
Mirror you, huh? You know what? That's not bad. Let's go with that.
Mirror me. What do you wish to say?
The prophecy. Have you heard of it?
What prophecy? Wait. I know. I think. I don't know why, but it's in my head somehow.
She literally is being expected to fulfill this prophecy with none of the tools that'll help her do it. She is very much on her own, even discarded by herself. That's so messed up.
The people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain, weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
Oh, very good. You know it well.
What's going on? I can't seem to remember anything clearly. The only thing I know for sure is this prophecy. Will it really come to pass?
Yes, it will. And that is why I've come to you. Disaster will come to Fontaine sooner or later. Things will develop just as the prophecy declared. There is no escaping it.
But doesn't that mean everyone will die? I'm a Fontainian just like them. Will I dissolve too?
Oh, don't worry. Magical meetings exist in this world precisely to give people a chance to turn things around. It is the reason why you met me today. I will tell you how to save everyone, but you may have to suffer somewhat.
You are putting it so lightly.
Oh, so there's still hope after all. Goodness, you frightened me. You spoke so much and with so much certainty.
She is just a child.
As for the suffering, well, I will admit that the first thing that came to mind was, why do I have to be the one to suffer? But if the prophecy will come true, I'll also die anyway, right? So if I've already met you as my magical meeting in this world...
Like, especially at this point, she, like, was just created and, like, separated from her, right? So, like, genuinely child. Later on, it's more that she just never got to grow up as herself, so she herself never got to grow up.
If there were scales...
It was only ever as the Hydro Archon.
Fontaine on one side, and my pain on the other. Is it not obvious where the scales should tilt?
Furina.
You truly are the perfect human, my ideal. I suppose this would also be the justice that belongs to you.
Huh?
Don't worry, it's nothing. Listen well. Fontaine has just lost its Hydro Archon. I need you to play a role, that of the new Archon.
You're not even telling her that you're the Hydro Archon?
Play as a god?
That's right. You must begin a never-ending masquerade. You must never let anyone suspect your identity.
Yeah, create someone as a human and then have them live as a god. That's great.
If you can keep it up, then I shall have my way of defying this prophecy.
Oh, no wonder she couldn't say anything.
But should your identity be revealed, then all hope will be lost.
But how will I do this? A human assuming the role of a god without being exposed.
Don't worry. What you must do is not to turn yourself into a real god. You simply need to play the role of a god as humans imagine them to be. Being a human yourself, I'm sure you already know what such an entity would be like.
You separated her from you. How would she have that knowledge?
Remember, your true challenge will not be pursuing divinity, but contending against humanity.
I'm still not sure I understand, but I'll try. So, how long am I going to have to play this role?
To accomplish this mission, you will have to stay on the stage for many, many years. You will endure and not grow old until your task ends. But I promise you, all will eventually end in a magnificent and dramatic trial.
Yep, avoided the question.
Everyone will be saved.
Many, many years from a god to a human are very different things. Cause like, to a human, many, many years is like maybe a couple of decades? But, 500 years, huh?
A trial, huh?
Oh, she doesn't know.
How exciting.
Maybe, I don't know.
Looking forward to it.
But also, like, she could have told her, hey, I'm the Hydro Archon. I'm asking you to do this for me. To take up this role. As I go and contend with the prophecy, or something like that. She really left Furina in the dark. Scene 2. Accession speech? Accession? Ascension. Probably. I'm assuming that's what this is. I mean, Furina was also, like, just born. Or created. So, I don't think she would have a concept to say, or I don't think she'd even be able to say no. Can I? Oh, I have to go from the back. I cannot jump. Traveler's not even there. I hope he got kicked out.
The Maison Cardinalise has announced my accession.
Accession.
But this is my first time facing the people. What should I say to most appear like a god? To be honest, I still don't know. Perhaps I should first try to act natural.
Jumping isn't godlike. Okay, talk to Venti then. I'm kidding. Oh, you can just walk in front of it? Okay. Summon courage.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, and welcome to the Opera Epiclese. I'm sure you've all heard about how I have taken on the role of Hydro Archon. Indeed, I am Furina de Fontaine, your new Archon.
A pure art. These choices are interesting.
In truth, I know little about becoming a nation's new god, but it will be my honor to guide you all. As the god Focalor, the god of justice, I shall do all within my power to lead you into an age of fairness and justice. Once again, thank you all for coming. If you should have any questions or suggestions, please send them to the Maison Cardinalise. The future of Fontaine will require us to work together, after all. This should do it.
Oh.
I thought I might stammer, but thankfully, I was able to convey my thoughts just fine. Okay, and next.
That's the new Hydro Archon. Is this some kind of joke by the Maison? I would have thought that a being that surpasses humanity would be a bit more assertive.
I am going to punch these imaginary people in the face.
Hey, did you hear that? She even told us to send her suggestions there at the end.
Do you not want that do you not want any kind of, like, I don't know, ability to impose your own restrictions and stuff? That's very kind for a god to do, you know? Well, Fontainians are literally the reason why she is this way is because of these jerks. Okay, okay.
Gods be all powerful? She's being so.
Oh my god, that's the reason. That's the reason. It's their fault.
Her and an ordinary person then.
If you ask me, perhaps the succession didn't actually happen. She might just be a Maison-back puppet.
Wait, what's going on? Why?
Unfortunately, you're too nice. Go and kill a person. That'll shut him up. Oh my god.
Exposed here. There'll be no saving the people from the prophecy. Right. Mirmi said that I just need to play the role of a god as humans imagine them to be. Calm down, Furina. Think. What do the people
Arrogance.
want? How would they imagine a god to speak and act? Assertive, with a strong sense of presence. One who can dispel all doubt. That is the character I'm fated to play.
It's the antithesis of who she actually is. Oh.
Oh, very good, my people. Only ones such as you are deserving of my rule.
This hurts.
Now, I was wondering if some weak puppet were to one day come onto the stage and claim ownership of this opera house, would the children of Fontaine follow them? Well, it seems that you would all see right through them. Having passed my test, you are qualified to witness wondrous trials alongside my august self, here in this opera house. You may consider my previous act a door gift of sorts. I thought it was a debut that suited the atmosphere. Now then, let us be reintroduced.
Ah, so that was just a performance. How could I have forgotten that we were inside an opera house?
Eureka moment, audience member. Okay.
Personality. It's quite shocking, to be honest, but I suppose it's a better look than before. Such a fascinating and bold deity. How wonderful. Our future may yet be bright after all.
It seems I've turned them around. Best follow this flow and restart my accession speech.
Summon courage resolutely with conviction.
My dear people, whether you acknowledge me or not, whether you trust me or nay, I say to you, keep faith in your ardor for justice. We have heard it said that this nation's sins can no longer be washed away. Well, I say that justice is most fragrant when it blooms amid sin.
Turn up the drama. Oh.
The scales of justice should not weigh heavy in the hands of its God. On one side, it must carry fairness and justice. And on the other, praise and applause. May law be the prayer on our lips. May judgment be our worship. Let us light the fires and drink to the future of Fontaine.
Emphatic ending.
There is no trouble in this world that justice cannot solve. All that is needed is for you, my people, to believe in it, heart and soul.
She's a born actress. That's what she was born to be.
So
There's the first part of the storyline trailer. If you chose the truthful option, she self-deprecates. Oh no! Oh. Maybe we should let the prophecy happen. Start over. It's okay. Then the next 500 years, we'll wait for the next prophecy. Scene 3, Opera House, Furina. Oh, you're running now. Yeah. How do you go back to yourself? I don't know.
Come now. Was I not just at the Opera House in person? Leave these kinds of things to Neuvillette. Besides, none of these trials were the one that I'm looking forward to the most.
She's waiting for the one that'll free her. Oh.
If I may be so impertinent, what kind of trial are you truly looking forward to?
A magnificent, dramatic, and wondrous trial. A trial to end all things. How could you hope to understand?
Oh no.
That's true. I fear I lack the ability to grasp your divine thought, Lady Archon.
No need for fright, and do not take what I say.
I don't think this is day 3.
Go now. Do your duties. The trial I await. It will come one day.
I think there might have been a time skip. I don't think this is day 3.
Lady Furina, I don't know what to say. Thank you for agreeing to see me.
Looking for a needle in a haystack, but you have no idea what a needle looks like, and then you end up pricking yourself on it and still don't know if what you found is what you actually found.
No need to thank me. Or rather, thank your own sense of perseverance.
Are you sure it's been 3 years? Like, it's confirmed?
Stood in line to meet me, have you not?
Although that's also a long time for a person.
Inevitable consequence of my divine charm.
Are you sure it's days? Like, it's labeled as scene 1, scene 2, and scene 3. Are you sure on that? It's scenes, not days.
All right. Deuteria.
Maybe I missed it?
How is your son's illness?
You remembered me, and you knew of my family too. He is doing much better now. In fact, he is far more of an ardent believer than I. He was the one who forced me to seek an audience with you, and to bring your words back to him.
Oh, good. Very good. If this should happen again in the future, please do not hesitate to come and tell me. Going down to citizens' homes every so often, while not usual practice, should serve as a fine change of pace.
You're such a gentle and wise God. Thank you once again, on behalf of my son.
Oh. She's putting herself through all of this too because she cares so much about them. Man. Oh, and Fussalor knew that she'd be the one put on trial at the end.
Reports. As for the specific parameters you
That's...
out of, I'm afraid things still don't look good.
I see. It's as I thought then. As your god, I did already expect this, but I wanted to see how far your human wisdom would allow you to analyze it. All manner of signs indicate that the prophecy will still come to pass. Forget it. That's not something you need to worry about right now.
Well, as I understand it, the Fontaine Research Institute is also trying to find a way to counter the rising water levels.
Really? Have they found anything?
I'm afraid that they haven't found any effective solution thus far.
Is that so? Well, no wonder. This issue has reached the realm of the gods after all. Still, their spirit is praiseworthy. is finally over. I haven't had a moment to breathe this whole time. But it's good to see that everything's getting on track. There are no longer any voices of suspicion. Maybe this is fine. I just need to keep going, and everyone will be saved. Alright, Furina, don't think too hard about this. You need rest. Tomorrow's a new day.
Scene 4. Okay.
Lady Furina, here are the new trial reports for the latest cases, as well as a summary of the follow-up.
There'll be no need for that. I've seen them already. There's no need to go back over scenes I've witnessed in person before.
Lady Furina, I've waited so long for this chance to see you in this manner.
Oh, she's in the other outfit now.
Indeed, my dear, loyal citizen. This joyous moment is an honor for us both.
Lady Furina, we're detecting significant hydrological anomalies near Poisson.
Maybe that, like, that personality is starting to become, like, overlaid with her true self? Maybe?
Understood.
Not sure.
Keep monitoring. Keep me informed should anything come up at the Institute. I don't think I let anything slip today. I must show the people that there is nothing to worry about. I just don't know when these days will end. I feel utterly exhausted. Best to rest early today, too.
Like, even if you were told, like, straight up, oh, you have to do this for the next, like, 100 years, at least then you have a deadline. You know how long you need to keep something up. An unknown date is terrifying to deal with. Oh. Scene 5. The unknown is terrifying. Scene 182,375.
Lady Furina, it's like a dream being able to speak with you.
I see what you mean. It's weird for scene 3 and 4 to have only been days, though. Just because, like, that much stuff happening within the span of a day feels a little odd. I don't know. But, yeah, no, that's awful.
I've heard that the first
The tally marks, too.
receive an audience with you was Madame Dioteria, almost 20 generations ago.
Oh, man. How many times do you think she looked into the mirror, desperate to, like, get anything else from this mysterious mirror being that she doesn't know the nature of? Like, and I bet the Fossilor never answered either.
And what a fine family yours is indeed. It brings me great joy to meet such a faithful believer, a descendant of a line most ardent.
Surely you exaggerate, Lady Furina.
Like, even if it was for this long, like, Fossilor could have at least talked to her through the mirror to just give her the words to keep going.
My lady?
Yeah.
What is it, good citizen?
Is she crying? No. She doesn't have mirror reception. Ugh, get a better signal.
Really now? I didn't even notice.
Anyone she got close to, she would outlive too. Oh no.
This must be the overflow of hydro from my person. Well, can't quite help being the god whose dominion is the waters, can I?
No wonder.
No.
Your power then.
Furina.
I am honored to have witnessed it. Honored indeed.
The forced smile. And she's not allowed to tell anyone.
So lonely. Just how much longer? Hundreds of years must have passed by now. Perhaps the show must go on for hundreds more. I never imagined that it would hurt so much. Have I reached my limit? No. Perhaps I reached it long ago. Today I didn't even notice my own tears. I want to tell someone, anyone, about this. But would that not destroy all I've done so far? I've conducted so many investigations across the centuries. But there's not even a sliver of hope that we might break the prophecy. All I can do is keep heart. I must maintain this act. It is the only way to save Fontaine. Please, mirror me. You have to succeed.
That's literally all she has left, keeping her going. Furina and...
Furina, you don't have to shoulder this burden alone.
Oh, good! The betrayal scene! Oh, good. Glad to know that we nearly gave her an out, and then we squandered it immediately. Oh, good. Great, wonderful. Okay. Oh, boy.
I don't know what you might be keeping from everyone. Your people are more than willing to share your burden with you.
Well, now she doesn't feel that way. Huh. Do you... Okay. Do you really still not understand what's happening, Traveler? Oh my god. She is expressing that she is incredibly lonely, has been suffering all of this time, and has lost all the faith of the people around her. You are a main cause of that.
Share my burden.
Oh my god.
That's impossible. It was fated right from the start that this would be my duty alone.
She didn't even say no either, by the way. She just didn't say yes immediately. They wanted to know she would say it out loud. She was going to! She started to! Yeah, Traveler doesn't know what Focalor is saying, but like, you can kind of gather what's happening here. That she didn't want to do this. That she's been trapped in this position for hundreds of years trying to find a way out of this prophecy. And like, there is no empathy! What the heck?
But even if your burden doesn't need to be shared, you can still choose to confide in someone. Just share it with me.
No, I think Traveler's been seeing it. Because like Traveler went, oh, this scene I'm seeing has me in it. So I think that Traveler's been seeing the previous ones too.
A witness. Yes. I've heard that you came to Tevat from beyond the stars, yes. In other words, you never belonged here.
Are we gonna hear her inner voice go like, oh, I actually have someone I can talk to about this without breaking my word? Without throwing everything I've done into shambles, into disarray.
If Tevat is in
Oh
its
no.
entirety a show on a stage, then you're just a spectator, aren't you? If that's the case...
Yeah, now we get to see it.
I could confide in him, couldn't I?
Oh no.
If things don't play out as expected, the people of Fontaine will be the ones
Yeah.
No, Furina. You shouldn't be selfish.
But there's a potential. Yep, there it is.
What if it's really alright?
Oh.
Furina, you've worked so hard for so long. Surely it would be okay to put yourself first for once. Just this once.
If Traveler doesn't feel guilty after this, I'm gonna be annoyed.
Is it such an outrageous thing to do anyway?
Not that I'm not already.
To find someone in whom you can confide your frustrations and sorrows. Surely it could not hurt. If you let this opportunity slip through your fingers, it might never come by again.
Yeah, that's what I thought was happening. Well, not that exact thought process. I didn't, like, know everything that was gonna happen. But, like, just the feeling of she really felt like she couldn't tell anyone. And now she might be able to.
Think about it long and hard.
And then she's about to say it. And she's about to say it. Ah, okay.
No, I have nothing to say.
She didn't say anything. She didn't say this.
The Archon of Fontaine.
Wait.
Everything will surely get better.
That's not what she said.
All you need to do, dear spectator, is to witness my performance until the curtains fall.
Here's the thing, though. We didn't know that she wasn't going to. We never knew that. But we essentially made the choice for her. And also, yeah, if this is like a post all of that thing, of course her mind is going to immediately jump to, I can't trust these people. That's why the trial was needed. We didn't know that at the time. Sure, you can say that it's like justified now, but it's like, is it really? Why would they feel guilty? Because doing that trial in the first place is kind of a screwed up thing to do. Cornering someone by publicly putting them into like a publicly humiliating thing that would destroy her credibility and connection with the people that she had cultivated all these years, when we already did know she was trying to stop the prophecy. Like, the trial itself was kind of the thing that, one would feel guilty for. Like, Neuvillette already is. Like, he's understanding the situation. Like, from the beginning, I was going, no, just find another way. try to be nice. Try to give her an out and, like, let her volunteer that information. Because, like, here's the thing. Maybe we could ask her, if, like, why she couldn't tell us. Also, hi, June. I'm feeling salty and emotional. broken by that point. Like, long before that point. Will I do her story request after this? Probably not, because I'm trying to do them in order, and I still need to do the R&R request line. Please send help. I am going insane. See, this is why I know I'd never be able to last through this. Oh, hey, we're not in the seats anymore. This was an emotional roller coaster is what this was. I wouldn't be able to last 100.
You've never once let her in on the full plan?
Me too! I thought the same! Literally! The fact that Focalor never even, like, encouraged Furina at all, just left her on red for, like, 500 years is so crazy.
Yes, it had to be done. To deceive the heavenly principles, you must first deceive yourself.
Frankly, Furina is not you, and you just made her suffer.
She did very well. If she had let her resolve falter even once in these 5 centuries,
Okay, maybe I'll do it then, if it's a good continuation.
been doomed to the most tragic fate.
Her resolve probably wouldn't have faltered if you gave her encouragement from time to time. Like, just to even let her know that you are continuing to do what you're saying that you need to do, that things are still on track. That bolsters resolve, like, really well.
It seems that trusting humanity was the right decision after all.
I have feelings about you.
I believe that I understand how your deception works, but that is only half the truth, is it not?
The fact, okay, she could already talk to Furina initially, right? Like, after, she doesn't even have to let her know that she's a Hydro Archon. She could just occasionally pop in and be like, hello, not mirror me. What's up? Doing my thing. Sorry, you have to keep going, but you're gonna have to keep going. Like, you know.
How would you build on this foundation to save the people of Fontaine? That is the most important thing.
Trusting humanity? Fontaine people are about to dissolve her. Yeah! Hello. I am emotionally compromised.
Good. Of course, the Udex of Fontaine has pinpointed the crux of the issue. I'm sure you've long sensed that the Oratrice is no simple machine, yes?
I've always suspected that it had its own consciousness. And Lenny did mention that he heard a human voice within the core chamber. It now seems that that person was hidden within the machine all along. Am I right?
And then I became one with the Oratrice, taking Fontaine's gnosis
Oh,
with
so I
me.
was right. Gnosis was in there.
It would seem so, wouldn't it?
So that means the death of the Hydro Archon means the death of the Oratrice, and letting the people finally delegate justice on their own?
Alas, your
Maybe.
understanding of this device still lacks sufficient depth. In truth, it is no enactor of justice.
Huh.
It is, in fact, a device created to kill the god of justice.
I beg your pardon?
Oh, you have it. And to be more precise, not only will the Oratrice take down the god of justice, it will also take down the divine throne upon which she has been placed.
Yep.
I mean, did you think I would be the sort to enjoy peaceful repose while Furina suffered?
I did think that for a bit, yes.
My work over these last 500 years has been to
Oh.
constantly accumulate
Ooh.
indemnitium within the Oratrice.
This still doesn't excuse what happened to Furina, but yikes.
But really, some have already decided that only a small fraction of the energy generated by the device was ever used to provide power to Fontaine. The vast majority had to be accumulated to enact this death sentence.
It was all a part of your plan then? Both the
Yeah,
trial
Traveler
and
doesn't
the
see this.
sentence.
Indeed. This power, accrued over 5 centuries, could have sustained Fontanians for millennia had it only been used for that purpose. Almost all of it has now been stored within the oratories. But only power of this magnitude could hope to destroy the Hydro Archon's divine throne, shaking the rules established by Celestia and breaking through the institution that is the Seven.
So the Oratrice's call for death was for neither Furina nor Focalor, but for the Hydro Archon.
So this is the power that's needed to destroy a Gnosis.
The
Gnosis?
destruction of that divine throne.
Huh.
If I do not misunderstand your intent, you must be...
Returning what's rightfully yours to you.
Oh.
In other words, this was all done to return the authority of the Hydro Archon to the
Gnocchi.
Hydro Dragon of this planet.
But...
Huh.
Oh, what? Getting sad again, are we?
Yeah, I think this means no more Hydro Archons.
The authority of the ancient dragons shall soon be yours once more, O Hydro Dragon Sovereign. And this is the face you make.
all you've done throughout the years is just so you can sacrifice yourself at the very end.
I've never quite seen it that way, you know. Even now, I'm quite pleased at how well my deception worked. Hydro Dragon, don't cry. I must say, had it been within my rights, I would have loved to judge the heavenly principles themselves. Were they not guilty of essentially the same crime? Egeria stole the power of the primordial sea, and the heavenly principles stole the power you ancient dragons possessed. I, for my part, am the god of justice. And is it not just that your original powers should be returned to you? Speaking of justice, I have always believed that justice lies in the process of pursuing human existence itself. So, if the theft of the primordial sea's might was Fontaine's original sin, then, leaving matters of procedural right and wrong aside, the descent of the Fontanians as humans and their right to exist in this world would be Fontaine's original justice. In other words, existence was Egeria's justice, and to me, justice is the continuation of that existence. Defying the prophecy and ensuring that Fontaine's people shall live on, that should be the justice enthroned over all others. At this point, we, whether it be myself or all other Fontanians, have shouldered the burden of this sin for far too long. Iudex Nervillet, the highest judge in our land, when you regain your full power as an elemental sovereign, what verdict shall you pass upon us?
So when I was invited to the court of Fontaine to serve as Iudex, I see now that that was your idea too.
Focalor is out here playing everybody like chess pieces, huh? Uh-oh.
At last,
I get it,
I now
but...
understand the true purpose behind this position. In the beginning, I was uninterested in human existence. But these 5 centuries of living alongside them have gradually brought about mutual understanding between us. And I have even attempted to feel as they feel. You are a devious one, Focalor. Things being as they are, surely you know that I could never declare them to be guilty.
Oh boy.
The hour of my execution is almost here. For the sinner, the curtain call has come. I know I may not sound it, but...
They're gonna show that on screen, right?
I find myself a little afraid. Perhaps this is one thing both gods and humans have in common.
Surely.
Farewell, Nervalette. I hope you've enjoyed the part you played these 500 years.
Oh, don't. Furina. Wait, Furina? What happened to Furina? Her hat fell. What happened to her? Thank you, Furina, for all you've done. From this moment on, please live happily as a human, just as I wished we could.
I, Eudex Nouvelette, hereby declare, people of Fontaine, your sins are forgiven.
Oh my god, their sins are being washed away. Oh my gosh. Oh hey, we're back in oh yeah, the whale. What about the whale? Wait.
What just happened?
Oh, he metaphorically did that. Okay.
Sentence been carried out?
Oh.
Was that bright light some sort of misdirection? I have a feeling that something huge just happened.
But since we're all still alive and haven't been dissolved, I assume whatever happened was good for us.
It's time to end this. We must mete out punishment to that beast.
Can we go check on Furina? Please?
Didn't you say just a moment ago that it can't be defeated?
I have gained the strength sufficient to deal with it. Through certain means, I now have the ability.
No, this
to
is about
separate
her.
the
This is
power
about
of the
her.
primordial sea from
This
the
is
creature.
absolutely about her. I'm going to make this about her. Someone check on Furina,
We
please.
should seize the opportunity to pursue our quarry.
You obtained power? I hope it wasn't through something super traumatic.
Traveler, now that the oratories can no longer function, I require an executor to help me mete out justice.
Yeah, this would be the... I'm gonna... After this cutscene, I'll probably stop. But... Oh, okay.
Fontaine, the beast that enacts the prophecy. Its name is the all-devouring narwhal.
Oh, we got a name.
Come with me, traveler. The hour of execution has come.
It is because I'm about an hour and 40 seconds over my usual time. Wait, what do you mean there's no after this cutscene? Wait, what do you mean? Hold on! Wait, no! Why is this like 3 hours? Hold on! I don't want to fight the whale! Let me go! This is very pretty and all, but please let me go! No! This isn't Inazuma! This isn't the realm of each other! Oh wow, that's really trippy. Ah! Thanks for the follow! Oh, why? What is your hitbox? Can I hit you? Can I even hit you? Is my shield gonna... That's actually really funny that worked. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make this faster. I'm gonna actually eat stat boosting food. I have not done that in 5 eons. Let's see. Okay, what's a good one to use? I don't even remember. It's been like 5 years since I've done this. Crit, maybe crit rate? Crit rate by 16? Maybe that one? Anything purple, fair enough. Oh, I do have purple one. Physical, that's not gonna help me. Physical. Okay, that one's a decent one. These are both the same. Amazing. They're all the same. Cool. That one. Defense one. I don't think I'm gonna need this one, actually. But hey, I'll do it anyway. Huh? This isn't co-op food. It's just food in general. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Hello. Oh, it's breaching. That is a really cool effect. Oh, hey, the enrage meter's going up. I don't have Geo at all. It didn't even give me a chance to like change my team or anything. Although I wouldn't have, but still. What do you mean? Why? Why? Hey, Nerva, what are you doing while I'm doing this? Where are you landing? That is the oh, you are going into the hole. Okay. Hi. Did I bring no, I didn't. I didn't bring it at all. Oh! No, okay. Hi? What's this music? What is this music? Oh my gosh, hello? Hello? Oh, there we go. Is the abyss just gonna be all of this? Oh, sorry, only like... Oh, I don't have that! Wow, if only they gave me a chance to switch things up. Alas, I get to just do this now. Wait, there's a Coral version? Oh, I'm gonna have to look that up later. Like, this is still possible without the Numa Osha. I will have to hope that it's possible. See, this is why you have unleveled characters, unbuilt characters, because then you get to experience all of the fight. Oh, rude! Oop, wait, what? Get back here, you coward! I think I just beat up its heart. Wait, was that it? Oh, he's auto-doing the Numo... Okay, good, because I didn't have it. Crystallize the whale. Oh. What's happening to it? Skirk! Oh! Did you just eat him? Give him back! Wait, am I fighting you? Okay.
Cleanup. Should have been my job, but oh well.
Can you bring him back? I need to return his vision to him.
It was just supposed to be a short private training session for me. I didn't think that my disciple and my master's pet would start brawling in the meantime. Well, actually, I had a feeling that it would happen at some point. But they
I know the
bumped
first
into
one, but what?
earlier than I thought. What a blunder. I suppose I'll have to swing my sword 3 million times as penance.
Hi?
That power. Who are you exactly?
Skirk just walked up and threw a master ball at this thing.
Paimon has an idea. From what she said earlier, she must be Child's master. Skirk, right? It's just that he gave us the impression that she was the less talkative person.
I simply did not have anything to say to the weak. But you, on the other hand, managed to defeat the all-devouring narwhal without using power from beyond this world.
Abyssal power?
So you may speak to me as equals.
The minimize button. So who?
I have to agree. It's a strange use of a planet's primordial waters just to raise
Who?
an all-devouring narwhal.
Can we have a name?
That kind of power is wasted on it.
Please?
It's not cooperative. It eats too much. And I have more important things to do with my time than pet sitting. The only thing that creature has going for it is its looks. All in all, it fails as a pet.
I mean, it did try to eat a nation of people. I think that does count as a disqualifying condition for a pet. I think.
Miss Skirk, I think you might have missed the point.
The point being?
Well, being that this pet
Oh.
destroyed an entire nation.
I mean, that's probably the same point.
So what sort of person is your master? Well, Child's master's master. Wait, is that right?
Oh, right. So you don't know him. Sorry, I assumed you did. His name is Sertologi.
Okay, cool. I have no idea who that is. Who?
I am unfamiliar with that name.
Huh. So Master isn't sufficiently famous.
The Fowl.
How should I describe him then? Have you heard of the name The Fowl?
He stinks. He hasn't taken a bath in like 500 years.
The Fowl?
Still nothing? Well, how
Wait,
about
the weapon of Surtur from Norse mythology.
Vetterfilnir then? Or Gold?
I know that one. Wait. Okay, if we're going by naming conventions, Knight's Life is also a weapon from Norse mythology, right? So, Conrian? I don't know. That's just throwing an idea out there just based on naming convention. Probably doesn't have anything to do with it.
Ooh, that one we've heard. Rheindochter's part of the Hexen Circle. She's Albedo's mom, right?
Mother is a way to put that.
Oh, so you do know that name. To be honest, I also heard all of those names and titles from my master. I don't actually know them either, but I suppose you understand now, yes? My master is likely a similar sort to Rheindotter. They are both pursuing some form of perfection.
That's not terrifying.
Wait, didn't you also mention a visionary person? Paimon didn't quite catch their name.
Actually, never mind that.
Oh, good.
I believe it expedient to inform you that the all-devouring narwhal used up nearly all its strength fighting you. Such roiling hydro energies will prove difficult for the planet's deep seas to digest. As such, the fontaine back on the surface has most likely been thrown into chaos. In other words, the prophecy that you've been fretting over should now be in full swing.
Oh. Yeah, I was wondering where all that water would go. That's not good. There's little to be surprised about. But...
Not to worry. Focalor has already managed to deceive the heavenly principles.
the thing is, yeah, he's already forgiven their sin, right? So they shouldn't drown. Hopefully they can swim.
The people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only Furina will remain, weeping on her throne.
Okay. Shouldn't drown is debatable.
Will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away?
Hope they weren't in the building. Oh, there they are. I hope that no one was trapped in the building. Magically connect. That makes sense given, Okay, cool. Alright guys, time for the pirate arc. Maybe we'll just have to swim through all of it. Never mind. What? Some Fontanians were harmed in the making of this quest. Oh hey, what's up? Oh yeah, he had a ship! He made an airship, yeah. Are they still alive? Their sins were cleansed, so they won't dissolve in the water anymore. That doesn't mean that, you know, being underwater indefinitely is a good idea. It isn't. They can't drown, but I doubt it'd be very pleasant. Oh, that's why they can breathe underwater, because they're... Anyway.
Look, the water's receding.
Yeah, they're gonna get pickled. They're gonna have so many of pruned fingers. Oh, they can unless they have a vision. Ah, gotcha, gotcha.
It's a miracle.
Oh.
We didn't dissolve. The prophecy was wrong. The prophecy was wrong.
Hopefully that didn't cause too much infrastructure damage. Furina, you get to be free now?
Are you alright?
You can be free.
We're saved. The prophecy was wrong.
It's because of you. You did it. You did good. Furina, yeah. What else? Yeah, people did still die though. Or turn into Deus units. Oh. Oh, newspaper.
The Furina di Rasula talks post-disaster rebuilding. I recently visited Poisson to meet with Miss Navia, spokesperson of the Furina di Rasula, and we spoke about Poisson's present and future.
Am I really gonna get to a stopping point? I feel like I'm gonna be trapped forever.
Old soil can still give birth to new bloom, Miss Navia.
Poisson!
Being a small cookie when you're starving late at night. You just need a little of it. Skyship Winglet, lunar bane of the fun.
Please stop reading the newspaper.
Various disputes that have arisen on account of Mr.
Free me! I need to be free too!
Institute, with Jurier turning out to be a once overlooked hidden gem. People always call the first researcher.
God, if the R&R questline trapped me in 8 hours of cutscenes, I think I would simply evaporate.
Achieve a miracle, they would find it all the harder to find a word with which to classify him and his team.
Cool.
Paimon barely recognizes the people in the reports. Are those really Jurier and Navia? They sound like real big shots.
This is over 2 hours. It was like 2.5 hours, actually. They were big shots already. Something, Deltarune joke.
Our idea was pretty simple. With the disaster just having passed, we would print a free edition packed to the margins with good news to calm people down.
I wish we got one of those 14, you're about to enter a very long cutscene. Sit your butt down.
The value for these big scoops lies in their inevitable follow-ups. We'll publish further reports and go into the stories behind those people.
I'll say 3 hours roughly, just because of was it? It's the cutscene, but the unstoppable cutscene part. Initially, there was still like some moving around and stuff.
Edwin's assistant
Oh, nice.
created a true flying ship, while Navia is leading people in the reconstruction of their homes.
Oh, so there was damage. That's fair.
These stories could draw even your well-traveled eye.
Paimon's curious too. Wait a minute. Didn't we
Oh, don't jinx it.
finish what's there to be curious about?
And that's exactly why I'd like you to come conduct interviews with me. You're the best incubators of news, if you haven't noticed. And also, with you around, I'm sure I'll get to see that Duke.
Are you sure? Has he been down several times already?
Oh, this time will be different. Come on, let's head to Poisson first.
No.
Make a trip to the fortress.
No, I'm not doing that. Please don't teleport me. Please don't teleport me there. Don't do. Oh, thank God. I'm free. I'm free. What is this? Oh, this is, yeah. It's yeah. I am free. Let me go. Let me go. Wow, I don't even get to have this. Okay, cool. Ah! I'm almost done. I have to go and eat food. It is late. Okay, I will finish this up and then jump onto Furina's questline next time and then hope that Traveler apologizes. They both had it real bad, and I'm not going to compare the two. They both did not deserve that. Oh my gosh. Furina did not deserve all of that. Oh my gosh. What about Aranara? What about Aranara? I'll do it after I do the Furina one. It's just, if it's a good continuation to this, which it sounds like it's gonna be, we really need to apologize to her. Please. Like... Ara, who exactly? Yeah, so I'll do that on Monday. I'll say at least A got to self-impose that on herself and it wasn't forced for the sake of thwarting a prophecy. I don't know. At the very least, she had a choice in the matter. But, again, they all suffered and not really great to compare them all. Yeah. Both 500 years, that's insane. I'm glad that the Archons can appreciate her. Alright, yeah, Corey is indeed playing Genshin. It looks like it's TCG. Oh god, TCG. I imagine having the praying power for that. I don't. Archon therapy when? When we find a therapist. So many characters need therapy because, like, they're all suffering and sad. Oh. Yeah, I will come back then. Bit of a long one. Thank you guys for sticking around. I think my brain is starting to, like, not keep up with, what I, like, it's running down. the brain cell is rattling. Honestly, Nikita's probably the best therapist out of all of them. Well, regardless. Yeah, my brain is also fried. That was a lot. That was a roller coaster. You're right, Xiaoling probably doesn't need therapy. She's fine. She has her food. Alrighty, thank you guys for hanging out. Gonna go and raid now. Oh, thank you for the follow. But yeah, we are gonna go and, I mean, looks like it's DCG. I don't know if the thumbnail is completely accurate, but good night. I will be back on Monday, and take care. Bye-bye.